So, hello everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday game for the next little while. Hope everyone enjoys our continuation of Talk Like a Pirate Day. So, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, 1 week removed. And
Arrrr.
if you don't know who we are Alexandria RPG. We are a nonprofit role playing game library. We do all kinds of fun, silly things like drag thousands of pounds of books throughout North America to events and play games with people. This past weekend, we were down in Portland playing RPGs with people at Rose City Comic Con. And overall, it was a lot of fun. We got some really cool stuff. You can look at what we broadcast yesterday for example of the cool things we were donated throughout the weekend. And if you want to see what we do in an event, you can join our Discord at alexandriarpg.org/discord and see where we're going to be next. So now we are going to continue with our adventures of Arrrr.
So, otherwise known as Buried in the Bahamas. So this is a kind of an official, for anyone who wasn't here last time, it's an official starter kind of convention scenario. Or it's perfect for a convention anyway, but it can be expanded on. And so, what a little recap of last week. There was the group here is members of the crew of a ship called the Tarantula, and
The former ship.
the former ship, yes, which is washed up in various pieces on the beach currently. The captain had a mysterious map or something that he was following, basically, and the crew, he was this captain was known to be tyrannical and not your typical pirate. So I think this crew was even more hard luck cases than most, or else they wouldn't have signed on with him. But in any case, the Tarantula was attacked by a large ghost ship, basically a ghostly galleon made entirely of bone, in the middle of a storm. They were boarded by various skeletal pirates of different sizes and demeanors, and battle ensued. The ship was sunk. Various shenanigans
Our
occurred.
brave
Somebody
zealot was almost eaten,
almost eaten by a shark. Yes,
but he jumped it and got ashore.
he jumped the shark and got it and made it ashore. That was intentional. Thank you, Bill, for doing that. So the rest of you were able to get into one of the surviving, basically dinghies or lifeboats, if you will, and managed with a series of excellent rolls, I might add, to make it to shore of this mysterious island.
Chat.
And a lot of help from chat. So it would have probably been a TPK if not for chat. Chat actually redeemed a good number of rolls. And let me know if I'm leaving anything out. So basically a few members of the crew. So prior to the battle, the crew numbered maybe a couple of dozen men. It was the ship was undercrewed, including the captain. Of those, it's hard to say how many survived. At least one other person survived in the form of, and Bill, I'm going to forget your character's name here.
Misfit.
Misfit.
We'll just call him Misfit. Okay, so
My
Misfit,
pirate name's
maybe,
the only one that matters.
yeah, maybe he was below decks or in a different part of the ship while this was going on, but somehow he managed to survive as well, and possibly some of the other crew members. You don't know. So you've basically managed to get the dinghy up on shore. The seas have calmed. There's no sign of the storm other than just kind of like fading clouds in the distance. You judge it to be about mid-morning as the fog clears and you find yourself on the beach of it's hard to tell anything really about the island other than that you're at the base of some large dunes, and you can see the seagrass and hear the sound of probably, it sounds like thousands of seabirds, like probably a colony of seabirds somewhere that you can't see, but you can see them kind of flying overhead and already picking through some of the corpses that have washed up on the beach. Various seagulls and terns and that sort of thing. the seas have calmed considerably, and you would judge, like I said, you judge it to be about mid-morning. You've all, of course, the four of you were able to get ashore on the dinghy, and then our zealot, who Henry Winkler Jones McEvil. McEvil or Mr. Evil?
Well, my pirate name is Mr. Evil.
Okay, Mr. Evil, aka Henry Winkler Jones, has managed to swim up onto the shore after being pursued by a tiger shark. So yeah, that's where you find yourself. You fortunately you do have all the gear that you were carrying, and also in addition to one of the dinghies, I believe another person had a dinghy, but that was lost with the wreckage. So yeah,
hopefully to reappear on the shore somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully. It's hard to say. And at first glance, just kind of looking around, looking up and down the beach, it's hard to really get a sense of, how large this island might be. You kind of look out the sea behind you, and you don't see any other islands in the distance. And none of you are immediately familiar with this island. There are lots of small islands in the Caribbean, some of them uninhabited, some of them sparsely inhabited. So this is possibly one of those. It's just hard to tell. David, do you remember I sent you a message during the week?
I saw that.
Okay. Just wanted to remind you of that. Yeah. So basically, at this point, what do you want to do? So the bad news right now is that you don't have any fresh water, and you don't have any food to speak of, other than what you might have had on your person.
I'm gonna look around. Can I put on a rudimentary lathe?
Sure.
It's a bad
a lathe.
Bad movie reference.
Okay. I'm thinking, wait a minute, are you serious? Yeah, you look around, you do see pieces of the ship. Probably that large portion that's on the map. This isn't completely accurate, but we can say that little lifeboat that is your dinghy you've pulled up onto the sand. It's hard to see much as far as the interior of the island, because you're at the base of these sand dunes, and you can just see that, the seagrass and that sort of thing.
Real quick, so we leveled up from the last adventure, or we got some experience?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the middle of the process.
Did we not finish that?
No.
I got called out. Yeah.
So everybody else.
Okay. So we need to level up, with the exception of Bill. And I'm sorry, when a new character is made, it'll start at level. Well, there's no levels, but it'll start as a beginning pirate.
I'm totally cool with that, because I want to have the opportunity to die at low HP.
Yeah, oh, definitely. You'll get that opportunity.
Someone got squished instantly last game.
Can we do your character names and character intros again, because it was a somewhat slow process last week? I watched on the Twitch stream, but there was a lot of space between each player's
So why don't we all do that real quickly? We'll just go around one at a time and do that.
I'm Henry Jones, better known to all of you as Mr. Evil. One of these days, I'll go to college and become Dr. Evil.
Of course you will. All right. Who's next?
I'm Fizzy, and I am going to actually request a mulligan on my character and see if I can just start with a new character also, especially since my character technically died last week.
You're free to. So there are a number of surviving crew members, and you would just be another member of the crew that survived then.
Sounds good. I went to one of the random generators and rolled it up. So
Sure.
So that would make me, Keith Beard Swart
Okay.
in the game.
And what's your class?
And I am a rapscallion.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, they have some cool mechanics. So are you able to add that yourself? Do you need me to do anything? And also, you can drop another token in the Discord if you want.
Well, you can actually add the tokens yourself.
Oh yeah,
if you're using the character generator.
Yeah. I am not. I wasn't using the D20 character generator, but I'll see if I can get that working.
There's like a create a pirate. There's an instant pirate thing on the Limithron website. Is that what you used?
I actually, I think I used that before, but I actually did a different one this time. Which was, oh no, that's right. In Limithron's, yeah, that's what I did. So
I figured.
And I'll pop up the PDF of that in chat, and then get to transferring it into D20.
Okay. All right. So next then would be.
I'm Leo, and I am playing Goodwin, the Confident Buckley. You can also call me Mr. Confident.
Okay. And that.
I'm Mr. Confident. Will you go to school to become Dr. Confident?
Working on it.
Oh. Okay. So Goodwin. There we go. So I need to get rid of Frederick Jackson. Is that right?
You did.
Yeah, I believe it was Jackson that died.
Okay. He didn't die. He's being replaced though. So
yeah.
We're gonna move him over here. For now.
And I'll use the same icon and just replace the name on it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And what was that name again? And I'll go ahead and change it.
Sorry, the name was
Goodwin the Confident Buckley.
That's me.
Nope.
No.
Sorry, give me just a sec.
Or just the first name even.
Managed to push it off to the side. I got it. I can just type it in a minute. So
Sure. All right, I will let you do that. Who are we missing? So Misfit, otherwise known as.
Hello, I'm Misfit, also known as Bill. This is also on my check.
Yeah, super quiet.
Misfit, also known as Bill.
And your pirate's name?
Misfit, or also Hedwig Colstan.
All right, we'll just call you Misfit.
We'll just call you Misfit.
It's perfect.
Exactly.
All right, and you are a zealot as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just leaves Rotten Johnny.
Yep, Rotten Johnny Ricketts in honor of my former boss.
Sounds like an amazing boss. All right, so we had one person level up. So who needs to level up right now?
Johnny does.
Okay, let's start with Johnny. So the first thing you're going to do, and I don't know if you started doing this last time, is you're going to roll a d6 against each ability. So that would be, I believe it's 5 d6s.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5.
And go ahead and roll that.
Oh, that doesn't work. There we go. So a 4.
So you're looking to roll greater than basically your ability.
Well, ability is 0 on it, so.
Right. You just don't want to roll once. So you get a +1 in that.
So
whatever that
1,
was.
So.
We'll just go straight down the line basically.
Ready?
And I should pull up one of the character sheets.
3.
So I have that reference. Yep. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
I did not do that one. That was Chief Librarian.
Oh. Yes, it was. Yeah.
So another 3.
All right. So far we're looking good.
A 6.
That's amazing.
And let's see, how many more do I need?
One more.
2, 3, 4, and 2.
Ooh, what was your last? So do you have any scores? So if you roll under, basically nothing happens unless you roll a 1.
Yeah, like I did.
Okay, so the second one was a +2. What's the second one now? What does the 3 give me?
The second one was a 2, you said?
The second one I have a +2, but I rolled a 3.
So it would be a 3 now. So basically,
so it becomes a 3?
Yeah. As long as you roll over your stat, then you get an additional point.
Okay, so the next one for presence, my presence was a -3, and I rolled a 3.
Yeah, so it goes up by 1.
So it's a +1.
Well, what was it? What was it originally?
It was a -3 originally, so it
it's a
became
-2 now. Yeah.
Ooh, I've improved.
So and I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So it's equal or greater to. So it's actually a little bit more forgiving.
Okay, toughness was
Unless
a
you roll a
+2,
1.
and I rolled a 6, so that's
So
a
it's
+1.
Yep. Yeah, unless you roll a 1, then
And the bottom one was a -1, so I guess I got a
So
plus
now
1
you're
to bring it to a 0.
Yep.
All right.
So that's
okay.
that part. Then you're going to roll a d6.
then-
This is an
Good
important
rolls.
one for hit points.
Yeah, I guess it's a d6 for a scallywag, right? Or does it
It's
matter?
just a
Everyone
d6.
just gets a
Yeah,
d6.
everyone gets a d6, yeah. Except for
4.
not bad, not bad. So increase your hit points by 4.
My max hit points, but not my current, right?
Correct. Then you are a scallywag, right?
Correct.
So we'll go to scallywag, and is that a class? Wait a minute.
Yeah, it says Scurvy Cal. I think that's a subclass of.
Swashbuckler.
Oh, he's a mariner. Scurvy Scallywag. Let's see what else.
Wait a minute. None of those are classes. So
just going with what I had.
Brute, Rapscallion, Buccaneer, Swashbuckler, Zealot, Sorcerer.
I think he was.
I think you were a Swashbuckler.
Were you a shooty boy?
No.
No, our shooty boy.
No one would have.
Yeah, you were a Swashbuckler because that's the Scurvy Scallywag. Yeah.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah.
Swashbuckler.
All right. So roll a d6.
Yeah, you're a swashbuckler with the fighting style of Scurvy Scallywag.
Exactly.
Question. So when you get the d6 for health roll, is that plus your toughness or is it just
No.
a straight d6?
Straight d6.
Owie.
Under features then.
The only time you add toughness is at when character creation. So
Okay, so what do I need to do here?
roll a d6 to get another ability, basically.
Boop. It's a 1.
Ooh.
You are the Shakespeare of insults. Your tongue is as quick as your blade. Add +1 to all your damage rolls. Oh, that's cool.
That's
Wow.
actually pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. It didn't sound that great at first, but now yeah. So
We have
+1
a
to
shield
all.
and a sword. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
plus 1
and
with all
then-
attacks, huh?
+1 to all damage. Not attacks damage. Yeah.
I can still miss as often, but when I hit, it hurts more.
When you hit, it hurts. Yeah.
It's almost like being a bard. Strange.
Right.
I use
strange.
vicious mockery on everything.
Yeah. All right. Among the dead men, so among the corpses, so washed up on the beach are a number of corpses, and as you level up, you find a piece of loot on one of the corpses. So roll me a d6. 2. Wow. Or you find nothing.
Oh,
so sorry.
sweet.
Yeah.
That was very enjoyable.
So a 1 or a 2 is nothing.
Devil's luck. Can we devil's luck
No.
that one?
I'm not devil's lucky. Anything.
I think you.
Plus, I still
I'm
have
gonna
0.
say yeah. Well, wait a
Well,
minute. Can we? Let's clarify.
Well,
How would you rule it, Bill?
we actually
roll.
used all our devil's luck.
Yeah, we're out.
I've got some.
Unless we got
do you want-
some for leveling.
This seems like a good thing to re-roll. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you.
let
I'm gonna
me-
use my devil's luck to help you.
Sure.
Why?
Okay. So take a reroll
Because
then. I'll
it
just
is
say yeah.
reroll any
'Cause you can
die.
roll a. You can
Yeah,
roll
there you
really
go
good
then.
stuff on this.
Yeah, that you
All right.
can. You can.
I got a 1.
Oh, nothing. Still nothing. So you,
It was
you
fate
don't
to
want to
die.
roll
That's
a 1 or
what
a
I'm saying.
2.
Do we really want to do this? It's a pretty poor chances, really.
I think I rolled for my golden devil's luck at the start when I made this character, but let me double check. I put it in the chat.
Oh, no worries. All right.
I'll
so
roll it.
that
I'll roll it again if we need.
that is actually it for Rotten Johnny. Who else needs to level? I think just one more person, right?
Me.
All right.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit last time. I preemptively rolled, so I added the grog breath to my character sheet already. So
Okay,
I can skip
okay.
the ability, but I need to do the rest of it.
Okay. So did you roll for your ability?
No, which I'm going to start doing now.
Okay. So 5 rolls down the line.
Yes, sir. 1, 2.
Oh, those are.
3,
Oh, wow.
4, 5.
Those are all incredible.
I officially want
So
to
you said
mulligan my entire leveling up.
So Bill, you didn't see it. David rolled like all 1s. Like he lost.
He did.
He lost.
All of
It
my
was pretty fun.
almost all my things went down.
Down almost everything except for hit points.
Well, it was
Yeah.
a traumatic experience.
Yeah, so
It was. I mean, he almost got eaten
I
by a
have-
shark.
Yeah.
In this order, I have 2, 1, 1, 3,
So you
negative
get
2.
+1 and everything.
So those all go up.
And then roll a d6 for hit points.
D6.
Oh, ouch.
damn.
Do you?
I don't have any devil's luck. We didn't get any back, did we? We don't roll
No,
for any.
no.
Okay. So that's just a sad thing that's
Question on that though, Bill. As
What'd
far
you-
as regaining devil's luck goes,
Why'd you get a -1 on
How'd-
your devil's luck?
There.
I already
Look in
spent it.
chat.
I just spent one of them already.
Okay. Okay.
how do
It's
you
a-
regenerate devil's luck?
When you
How do you regenerate devil's luck? It's like inspiration, and when you rest, yeah.
Look at chat.
Okay.
Is there one for rest too, David?
Yeah, we haven't rested
Yeah, when you
yet,
rest,
so.
you roll your die. If you're at 0, if you rest and you have even 1 point of devil's luck, you wake up with 1 point. If you go to bed with 0, you wake up with a new you roll the die to see
The
what
whole
you get.
thing.
If your luck is depleted, yeah.
Yeah, only if it's depleted.
Okay.
Which
I'm gonna spend my luck because you guys
So
are gonna
if
get
you look
depleted
in
too.
chat, there's actually a reroll in chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Troll. Are you gonna count that?
Of course. Yeah,
Cool, awesome.
we got to go with what chat wants.
All
Yeah,
right,
thank you
2
for
more
that.
hit points.
Thanks, chat.
That's way better. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a tank.
still got
so I
2.
want to have
Right, you're the brute, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, roll a d6 for what you might scavenge from the nearby corpses here.
Oh, right. 3.
Roll a d12.
Yes, sir. 12. 2.
We're looking at weapons. If somebody finds it before I do.
On a 2, you still get nothing. No.
No, on a 2, you found.
Just kidding.
You found a knife or a bayonet. Your choice.
Ooh, okay. I'll get back to you. I'm gonna look at the page really quick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if you had the shooty one, you
Is that all we need to do? Because I already did my ability, so we're done.
Yeah. So the knife, either way, it does a D4. The only difference, of course, is bayonet. You can affix it to the end of a musket or whatever. So.
Yeah. So someone has a musket here, but do you have a bayonet on it already?
I think that person does.
Yeah. Well, that person died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That's the one that was able to.
There was a
Does anyone have a
musket
bayonet
with a
while
bayonet
reloading?
on it.
Somewhere on the
I found their bayonet.
Yeah, that may have been the bayonet. We'll just say that's what that was. That was the bayonet.
It's a legendary bayonet now. So does anyone want to carry on the bayonet legacy?
Does anyone else have a
that's nice.
musket?
I just have a.
No, I don't think so. So I'll just take a knife, I
All right.
guess.
Yeah, you've got a knife. It does a D4 damage.
Thank you.
I mean, you can still always stab somebody with a bayonet.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
there will be stabbing. Don't
Kind of
worry.
their point.
Yeah.
It just you get
Did
the
you just say
added
it's their
option of
point?
attaching it. Yes.
I got the point there, David. All right. We're not done with the dumb jokes tonight. I guarantee it. It's only the beginning.
That
Okay.
wasn't even on purpose. Or should I
It
say
wasn't. Yeah, I know.
purpose?
Oh God. Shut up. All right. I'm gonna have.
We need you.
Arrrr.
Okay, killer porpoises are gonna be a thing now.
That was in a
Just-
movie called One Crazy Summer.
Killer porpoises were in the movie.
Yeah, it was a rabid killer porpoise.
Oh yeah, I like it. It is now going to be a homebrewed creature in somewhere in the Caribbean. There
That-
will be
that was
there
the-
will be schools of killer porpoises.
Which
That was going to be my next
mutated by
character
the-
concept.
With lasers.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not quite. Also, I'm going to be probably throwing in more Borg creatures into this as well. So just because I love some of them, but
Oh.
in any
Sweet.
case,
It's all the
yeah.
same world. They just migrated from the old world to over to the Dark Caribbean.
Is that right? Is that
Yeah, that's where-
official?
Yeah, that's where the landlubbers come from, and that's where people are retreating from.
Oh, I did.
It's all
not-
the same universe,
Oh well, there you go then. Even better. I love it.
and
All
it's the
right,
same rule system, so it should work fine.
yeah. No, it does. It's a direct translation. In any case, so we're on this beach. I think we've all. Is everybody good? Everybody finished with the upkeep and all of that, leveling up, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay, so
So, what? Speaking of upkeep and things, what does a healing kit do for one?
we looked that up last time, and I have forgotten now, but it's pretty good actually.
It's like a D4.
No, I think it was better than that. It's a
Better than
D6.
that.
So
Okay.
healing kit stops bleeding, poison, infection, and heals D6 hit points. And then you do a presence roll, right? And it. Wait a minute. Am I reading this right, Bill? I may lean on you. So if you look at the gear, the healing or medical kit, it heals D6. Then it says presence plus. Oh, okay, so it's your presence score, whatever that is.
Yeah.
What is your presence?
Mine would be a -2, unfortunately.
Oh, so you have 2 uses on that healer's kit. But each one is a D6, so it's actually pretty decent. So
Well, I've got 2 hit points is my concern.
2 out of
11.
Oh yeah, you might want to use one of those charges then.
Unless
That's up
one
to
of
you.
our cultists feels like doing something so that I can keep hold of the kit for when they need
There's
healed.
also, we can discuss how rests work right now. This will be a first for me because I don't actually know.
You need food and grog,
Right.
grog.
Which
So we're gonna
you
need to
have,
find. We're gonna need to find
yes,
some.
which you currently have
But-
neither of.
Well, we might have some on our character sheets, but let's check.
Yeah.
Searching around through the wreckage
I
would be a
think I
good
started
choice.
with any.
I don't.
Okay.
Given our circumstances, I'm gonna say I didn't procure any extra gear besides my random gear that I started with.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it all happened kind of so fast.
So
you
we
weren't
can
able
take
to
When
a
we get to
short
base-
rest, which is about 10 minutes to recover D4 hit points.
Right, but only if
DM.
you have provisions of some sort.
Can I roll like a D2 for whether or not I would have had some extra grog left in my dinghy? Because I like to have a stash of that.
Was it on your character sheet?
No, but I am a brute grog.
Arrrr.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
okay. Gotta try.
Yeah. Understood. All right then. So what's the plan?
I'm going to search the beach for grog and the like so that I can rest up and get my devil points back.
I would like to search with him.
So being a little bit more specific, so when you look up and down the beach, you can see what looks like some bodies that have washed up on shore. You also see a couple of more crew members that are alive that are kind of wandering over in your direction. And you see chunks of wreckage, various sizes and, that sort of thing, which may be salvageable, but you're not sure, from the tarantula. So what are you going to search specifically?
Grog and food. And then I'm going to look at the survivors that are around me that I would know and go, can any of you turn this rubble into a hovel?
You know all of the, you know the entire crew. It wasn't a very large crew. Hold on one second. There's a cool thing that they added to the back of this module called the Recruitor. So anyway, if you want to roll, just for fun, if you want to roll me one of each type of dice.
I will do that. D4.
All right. Okay.
D6. D8. D10. D12. 20. And 100.
Give me a D%. Yep. All right. So, and I guess we need to name this guy. So.
Juan Villalobos.
Okay, yeah, it's Juan Villalobos, the Spaniard. Okay, let's see. But what was your first roll?
A 1 for a D4.
So Juan is fast, nimble, and somewhat sneaky. What did we roll in the D6?
2.
He's a Spaniard, but I'm sorry. There is a name table. Okay, never mind. We'll go with.
I gave him a Spanish name.
But he's actually British.
Oh. Well, you know what? That works because Sean Connery was Scottish with the name Juan Villalobos playing an Egyptian.
It's true. Yeah, that's right. Right. Who was actually somehow Japanese too.
He lived in Japan.
Oh, that's right. He got the sword from Japan.
Yeah.
All right. In
Love the
any
woman in
case.
Japan.
All right. What was the D8?
So, 6.
Former military. So he may have been a scout or something, or he was in the Navy. All right. Next.
The D10 is 10.
So he's very concerned about his reputation, like his own personal reputation. Like he's self-centered in the extreme.
Okay.
And finally, D12. This
8.
is how he looks. He's gaunt, frail, and almost skeletal, which kind of fits in with being small, fast, nimble, and sneaky.
And looks
then
like me.
And then finally, the D%.
79.
Oh, okay. So he's actually somewhat elderly, probably we'll say he's in his late 60s, haggard looking, and he's known to actually kind of have a lot of knowledge just about ships in the sea, the Caribbean, the old world. Yeah, he's an old salt.
Knows his shit.
Yeah, he's an old salt. So that's Juan. And does somebody want to roll for the other guy? Just for fun. I love these tables. All right, good one. We got another small, nimble dude who, it might not be a dude. Let's roll. Even it's a man. Odd, it's a woman. All right, it's another guy. And D6. Hello. Okay, this person is. What'd you roll for the second one?
4.
4 is Gallic.
For the D6 or the D8?
The D6.
4.
Yeah, this person is from France. It's Gallic. Roll me and what was the D20 roll? We can do that all at once.
You mean the 8 and the 10?
Yeah, let's go with that first. Okay, the 8.
7.
Destitute, extremely impoverished, which is why they're on the tarantula.
And then a 9.
Seeks adventure and excitement.
Okay. For the 12, it's an 8.
Reroll that one because that's the same as our boy Juan over here.
10.
10, incredibly attractive, both in form and countenance. A perfect 10. Like this person is extremely attractive. Okay.
Okay. And then for the 20, it's a 1.
Okay. Name is Jean, like the French pronounce it Jean.
Okay, and for the 100, it's a 14.
And last but not least, oh, this fits. Attractive and arrogant. So this is probably somebody that you love to hate.
What's the casting on that?
What's that?
We got Sean Connery, and then who's the casting on the second person?
Let's see.
It's a Frenchman, so we're just gonna go with who played the Highlander. It was a Frenchman.
Oh God, yeah. What was his name? Why is my brain not working? We all know. We're all thinking of him though.
Stream.
What's that?
You didn't rev it up before stream, that's why.
Yeah, no, apparently not. I've only had 2 cups of coffee today.
Christopher Lambert.
Thank you.
Jean Lambert.
Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Jean Lambert. Yeah, Lambert, which is what it would be, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so those are our 2 crew members that you can see that have survived. If somebody dies, by the way, then there will be other surviving crew members. And they both look at you, and Jean doesn't have. So Juan is very keen on, let's build this shelter. He says, yeah, that's a good idea, lad. Something like that. My accents are going to be terrible. But Jean is like, oh no, I cannot be bothered with such petty trifles as this. And he kind of looks around. Has anyone seen my comb? so he's looking around.
It would be bad to mess up those good looks.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what he's thinking. All right, so anyway, we have our salvage crew. That's you managed to find a larger section of the ship, and you do recover 1 barrel of water that's sealed, still sealed, and it's actually upright in the sand. So it's a very fortunate find. And it looks like there's enough fresh water in it to last 4 days or more, possibly. Even more importantly, possibly for pirates, is you find a barrel of rum with enough rum. It looks like it. Now, this one's not full, but it looks like there's enough to get everyone wasted at least once.
Well, we can...
That should be good for at least a short rest.
Yeah.
Praise the Dark One.
In addition, you find enough, just kind of driftwood and wreckage to cobble together a shelter. And of course, Juan, I'm going to get Juan and Jean confused now. So Juan starts about erecting a shelter out of the driftwood and all this kind of stuff that's in the wreckage of the ship, using bits of sailcloth and that sort of thing. So it's like you've got your grog, you've got your water, but you weren't able to find any food.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because grog is literally just watered down rum, so you just combine the two and make lots of grog.
So yeah, I guess so. So
got a rope tussin, add some more water, more tussin.
So now let's find
a little less Robin.
So you could actually consume grog to heal. The problem is that it also might have some negative effects.
What negative effects?
So you're going to test toughness if you wish
effects?
to do that. What's that?
Medicinal.
You mean medicinal effects?
Sorry?
Oh, you mean medicinal effect?
Yeah. So basically on the inside cover of the book, drinking rum and grog. So it'll heal you, but it could potentially have a downside. So
Indeed.
Does it heal more than the D4 you would get from regular short rest?
It is a D4, yeah.
Okay, so we could just drink the water too without the potential negative effect, right?
Problem is you don't have any food though, unless you had.
It says or, it doesn't say and.
Where are you looking?
Under rest, where it says no food or drink.
I just want to find that so I have it handy.
I just want to find that so I can
That's
talk
on
with
page 9.
Yeah. Short rest about 10 minutes,
later.
recover D4. Long rest overnight recovers D8. No food or drink restores 0 hit points after 2 days of starving. Lose D4 hit points per day. Infected, sick, bleeding, poisoned, lose D6 hit points every morning.
So I'm going to say that for a short rest, it could be food or water, but for a long rest, you're going to need both. It's just because they don't specify, but to me that makes sense.
I'm down to recover a D4. Are we doing that?
Yeah. So who wants to drink? Basically, who wants to drink grog and who wants to drink water?
What can you give us a little idea of the difference?
Are there any potential upsides to drinking grog?
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it's just amazing. Actually, so you can drink grog. Actually, the good thing about grog is it acts as a healing potion. So you can carry grog around with you and drink it to restore health.
Immediately, not after a rest.
But if you consume it over the rest,
or something, though?
What's that?
I said, does anyone have a flask or something though?
Do you? That's the question.
You gave us like nothing to start with.
Yeah. No.
Well, I mean, there's always a chance we could find that in digging around in what's left here on the beach.
And the barrel, it's one of those small, like imagine like a pony keg or something. Like it's not like a full sized. Still hard to lug around, but not impossible.
Well, it'd be best to leave it here at our camp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the benefit is that it acts as a healing potion basically with some possible downsides. Whereas the water, you could consume that over your short rest.
So I could drink the water during the short rest and then finish that up with a grog chaser for an additional D4.
Correct.
All right, I'll do that as well.
All right, so anybody that's doing that though needs to test toughness.
I'm tough.
Yeah, I'm not.
My toughness is +4. I think I got it.
All right, let's see it.
So I'm going to do the D4 of regular healing then.
This is my regular healing.
Not a good roll from me.
No, unfortunately. So what happens is roll me a D2.
Question: Are we doing this before? Or I thought we were doing this after the water rest.
Yeah, that's up
10
to
minute, 10-minute water rest.
you. You can do it before, after, or during even.
I would. I don't remember how.
But in any case, you're going to get the D4 back from the short rest. But if you want the additional, then that's when you do the test.
Awesome.
So you're still gonna good one. You're still gonna heal. It's just there'll be negative side effects.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. How do we get the Devil's Rest roll again? Do we have or the Devil's
That's
Luck
a full
roll again?
night's
Do we have
sleep.
to do a long
6
rest?
hours rest.
6 hours
So
rest.
it's
Okay.
yeah, be a full rest.
So yeah, I guess I just take that. What was the roll you wanted from me?
Toughness, which I see up there. So.
Yeah.
So you get an additional D4 from the grog.
God damn it.
Oh wow. So 2 points, and basically you fall and vomit for D2 rounds, which doesn't really matter because we're not in combat. However, you do take a -1 to your agility, and that's going to last for an hour. So we'll just kind of estimate that.
So it's a D6 for the grog roll.
A D4
for the healing or for the.
No, you roll against your toughness on the sheet.
Yeah, you roll against your toughness on a D20.
On a D20, okay.
Mm-hmm. So you're testing toughness. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. Not only are in fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that you gain an extra +2 hit points.
Sweet.
Since you crit. So
you're
so roll a D4 for a D4 for your short rest, a D4 for the grog, and then +2 because you crit.
That brings me to 7.
Yeah, exactly.
It's +2.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I only got 1 point back for the grog itself.
It's all right. I mean, it's something.
3 points total with the crit.
We get the D4 for the water rest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
which only got a 2.
So you're still down a bit. Somebody actually put Christopher Lamb. Oh goddamn. We've got.
I cooked a couple tokens for you. I'm actually noticing.
That's amazing.
Since the last time I played on Roll20, the players can create tokens for characters and import them.
Okay, that's good.
Which is a good thing for groups like ours.
Yep.
I can see how random groups, there's a reason why they probably had that disabled before now. But
yeah, no, I like this.
For this kind of environment, it works great because one of the players can hook up what the NPCs look like and stuff, and you don't have to worry about doing all the token stamp stuff on your end.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of NPCs, Trollish, while other people are resting, can I search for folks to revive? I also rolled the revive recently dead people.
Death Ward?
I rolled Death Ward as well. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Well, hang on. Death Ward, they'll get up as zombies and attack you.
If I crit fail.
Yeah.
You have to roll a 1, yeah, I think.
I would like to say that I reloaded my pistol during our short break, just so that's ready to go.
All right.
So
you can do any of that sort of thing during your short rest, and nothing unusual happens. Like you don't see any more survivors come to your area, but given the nature of the wreck, there could be potentially survivors scattered, further
all
down.
around.
So the beach kind of curves around so that you can't, you're looking up and down the beach and you see that it kind of curves around.
I don't think he's looking for survivors though.
Like
he's looking for non-survivors.
And Misfit. So roll me a D4.
I'll do the same. I'll look for some not survivors because I can do the exact same thing.
Misfit, you find one body that's washed up,
cool.
And we'll just say that you find between the two of you find a total of 4 bodies. I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't know, roll a D4 again, just one of you.
Go ahead,
I'll take the first roll.
All
right. Of those 4 bodies, one of them is potentially revivable. The others have been like torn apart by, just various, either cut apart by the skeletal pirates, or torn apart, like dashed on the rocks and that sort of thing, are beyond help.
Sure.
But yeah, one of the corpses is fresh and looks fairly, I guess.
So,
Let's go.
David,
Go ahead,
you're
give
still
it a
doing
try.
your
If we're
David,
lucky,
you're still
one of
doing
those-
your rest thing. So I won't be able to get your help with this, but later we should try doing it together and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
All right. So
I'm
this
gonna
is
try and do a
Death Ward.
spirit test.
My
Yeah, spirit test
did
to
go
Death
down
Ward.
to
Okay.
only +4.
Oh
While they're
no!
doing this,
Oh
I would
no!
like to
Did
go
you just
hunting.
roll a 1?
That's on a D4.
On a D4, yeah.
Okay, so then that's never mind.
I roll a 9 and just fail the normal way.
Yeah, you just fail. Well, you fail by 1 point. It's
Mm.
DR10. It looks like, right?
While they're
yeah,
doing
so
this, I would like to go hunting.
I'll spend a devil's luck and save the
Okay.
NPC.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Let's. Do we want to roll one more person then? Let's do that
Here,
real
I'm
quick.
gonna roll to see if I can raise him, or maybe not. If I could.
He got it. Or
Oh,
you
he
mean
did.
without the use of devil's luck?
Without you having to use the Devil's Luck one.
A 10 is all you need.
Well, barely enough.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So I guess you can take your devil's luck back then.
Cool.
All right. So
All right.
somebody roll me. We'll roll up one more NPC here. Give me a.
It's a zombie, so.
So this is a sausage party. So we're gonna say this is a woman.
I thought you said there was only
Recently.
one NPC that was revivable.
What's
yeah.
that? Yeah, it's just it is
Yeah.
only one.
He failed to
He
do
failed.
it, so I walked over and said, I will do
Oh,
it."
okay. I thought you were.
This is
raising
how
more
you
people.
do it.
Right.
What's this, young buck?
Okay. Roll me the one of each die.
Okay, I will get that if I can.
This is
figure
such a
out-
fun table.
4.
Okay, a 4. So a devout and spiritual woman lies before you, slowly regaining
no.
consciousness. And give me a D6.
2.
She
Raised as
is-
the undead
she is-
by a
she is
Satan
British.
worshiper.
She's British.
Yep.
Okay, give me a D8.
2.
Her village, you know that she's told this story many times. Her village back in England was attacked and destroyed.
Oh, no.
Give me a D8 or D10 rather.
10.
Give me one more different roll. That was already a 1.
Oh, 6.
6.
Have another hot
Oh God,
person.
she's known to be something of a nymphomaniac.
Nice.
I knew
It's
that was
gonna-
coming.
All right.
gonna
He's
zombie-
Now she
known
just
to
needs
be.
to find somebody who's a
All right,
necro-
and then a D12.
necromancy.
Let's see what she looks like.
5.
She's tan and weathered from her years spent at sea, so she's got a very outdoorsy look to her, which makes sense. She's a pirate.
D20.
D20. This
We
will
don't
be the
split the cost
name.
of that.
1.
The names on here. Give me a reroll. This is not a very well. Okay, fine. Her name is Brom. Brom.
Brom. Oh, she drew
Yeah,
the cover
her-
of Deadlands.
Yeah, right. Or she could be
She
just
is the
as
cover of
Union.
Deadlands.
18 is Union Jack.
Well, 18 was
So-
the reroll. Oh, a 1 on the D100.
Oh, and the D100. She's an authority figure of some sort. So she would have been. Let's say she was the first lieutenant.
That so fits for
You're-
the icon.
Lieutenant Brom. Yeah, you have just revived Lieutenant Brom, who is now the highest ranking officer.
She was the daughter of
amongst
a
the group.
governor, and then became a pirate.
Right, but she's actually a lieutenant in the crew. Like she was maybe a
the
couple of ranks
quartermaster.
below the captain. Yeah. So she groggily gets to her feet and looks up at you. Oh, I'm not going to do a terrible British accent, but she looks up at you and like kind of adjusts her sight. She says, "I thought I was done for sure."
You were.
Thank you.
You were, but by Lucifer's light, you have come back.
She
Welcome
crosses
to our cult.
herself because she's spiritual. Well, it doesn't say who she worships. Okay, where's that table? The zealot table. Let's see who she's actually.
D8. I'm at it.
Yeah, go for it. Roll it. If it's 6, I'm just gonna.
That'll be 3 6s in a row.
Yeah, 3 is
3.
what?
Use a hero point.
It's devil's luck to bump it.
The ancient gods.
Oh, cool.
Oh, she says by Odin's name. I don't know. Yeah, so she's not into the Satan thing, but so she doesn't cross herself. She's got a little Thor's hammer, kind of.
Oh, cool.
Wait, wouldn't the ancient gods be like Cthulhu?
That's actually another option.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually on there. So that's the reason. Yeah. There's the ancient gods, and then there's the old ones, or the eldritch. Yeah. Cthulhu is being one of those. Who went hunting? Somebody mentioned that they were.
Yeah, I'm actually a hunter on my sheet. So.
Oh, you are. Okay then.
I'm a brute, but my background is hunter.
Okay, that actually is a good thing. So, in what direction do you go, and does anyone go with you?
Inland.
So you just head up over the dunes?
Over the dunes, straight into whatever tree line or whatever I can find.
Sure, right. And if he'll have me, I'll go with him too.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyone else? So I'm ready to go.
Anyone else?
After we revive the person and after the rest? And
yeah, everything? I'm assuming this is after the short rest.
Yeah, after the short rest, but while you guys are reviving people.
All right, so basically, I want to know who's going in the hunting party and who's staying behind on the beach.
It's me and Fizzy.
Okay, so we will. So you crest the dune and you look out and you can now see that. So the island rises to kind of there's kind of a peak or a large, basically a hill. It's too small to be be called a mountain. It looks like at the center of the island, you're on a very small, like an atoll, and thousands of seabirds. Like there's a colony of various types of seabirds. And looking around, you can see that you could probably either shoot some of the birds themselves, or you could maybe gather eggs. There are no.
Why not both?
What's that?
So why not both? Because as soon as I fire my gun here, I feel like they're all going to split, and then we can just raid the nest while they're gone.
They're all going to scatter. Yeah, so you're able to
at least aim at one of them then.
Oh, I'm gonna get low to the ground and try to line up a bunch of shots.
Sure.
With my 30-foot accuracy pistol.
So there are no. One thing you do notice is there are no trees of any size. It's mostly just kind of scrub, seagrass, and that like the kind of grass you find close to the shore, and then various bushes and that sort of thing, but no actual trees of any sort.
So and the only act at the same time as me and try to get a bird as well.
Yeah. So you're gonna test presence, and I'm gonna actually make it easier for you because you've got the hunting background.
So that's presence plus some. Okay. So
you're gonna roll a d20 and add your presence modifier to that roll.
So that's 9 total.
Mm-hmm. That's good enough.
So my thing is sneaking around. So I'm gonna maybe try and be like, hold off before you shoot, and see if I can sneak up and just get one with my knife.
Yeah, this area is so thick with birds, and one thing you do notice is they don't seem to have, because obviously some of them see you, but they don't seem to have much fear. Like they don't immediately fly away. It's like humans, human presence is not very common here. It's like when sailors first came to what was the Galapagos Islands and the animals, they were able to just walk in and just kind of start clubbing the wildlife because none of it had the sense to run away.
They haven't evolved prey instincts, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. They maybe never encountered humans before.
That sucks for them.
Yeah, it does. This is how you get extinction. Yeah, we'll just say. But in any case, yeah. So you're able to, between the two of you, you're able to get enough, eggs and seabirds to at least for the next, we'll say 2 days worth of food.
We'll be back.
This has taken you about, let's say an hour or so.
Cool. I'm not against my agility anymore.
And as you're kind of looking around, I mean, how far inland do you go? So you've got the colony of birds, and then you can see
about 20, 25 minutes, and we came up upon the birds and fired and walked back.
Okay. One thing you did notice in your kind of like scouting of the area is that it looks like there's a hill in the middle of the island, which might serve as a vantage point. Other than that, there's no real defining features of the island. Like
Okay.
you didn't see smoke from any settlements or anything like that.
Well, I would like to get back and get a long rest for everybody. That would be great.
Okay. Yeah. So you come back. The 2 hunters come back laden with birds and eggs and
Food.
Yeah. And so by this time, a shelter has been erected. You've got the dinghy safely pulled up away from so it won't get swept back out, by the tide. And a camp has been made, above the water line, above the high tide mark. And with the 3 surviving NPCs, gathered around who have, by this point, probably made a fire and, with the help of everybody. And so, yeah. So it's yourselves and 3 survivors, 3 surviving crew members.
Well, 2 survivors and 1, returning.
Yeah, right, exactly. Who doesn't quite know what to think of that. Probably in some shock.
So, since I've got a background as a blacksmith, I think I'm also going to be sort of collecting up metal pieces from people and trying to pull it up. Just pull it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's the ship's nails and that sort of thing, and then probably metal. I don't know how probably bands of metal because these are those old wooden sailing ships and everything. Yep. So I'm
just get it up so it's not
you're able
to back out to sea.
What's that now?
Sorry, just move it up so it's not going to go back out to sea.
Oh yeah. You're able to pull it up past the high tide mark. Yeah. No problem.
And then probably start collecting some wood too.
Sure. There's plenty of wood to be found.
All of this, Johnny's going to be looking around and see if he can find the captain or the remains of the captain's quarters or anything having to do with that map.
Right.
The captain now.
Well, I mean, so one thing about Lieutenant Brom, she hasn't, since she's come back, her demeanor seems to have changed like she doesn't seem to, even though she's technically the highest ranking, she doesn't seem to be wanting to exert any authority or anything like that. So she's just kind of in a state of almost shock, like numbness and shock, and leaving everything to all of you as far as that goes. And
Your spell seems to be working, Mr. Evil.
I brought her back, so she's mine.
Our influence is working on her. We will recruit her to our cause.
Yeah, she and the other 2,
they're willing to be followers.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you're able to construct a campsite, a fairly decent one. Why doesn't everybody give me, let's say, a D20 roll?
Where's my rudimentary lathe?
Ooh, a 1.
Oh shit!
God, we're rolling horrible.
Man,
those are we sure these are D20s? Oh my God!
This could be good. This could be good.
So the high roll is a 7, right? Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Be.
We don't even know what we're rolling for.
No, you don't.
we're all in it together. Whatever we got.
So David, or rather, I'm gonna keep forgetting your name.
Mr. Evil.
Indiana Jones. Mr. Evil. I should remember that. Mr. Evil, as you're kind of wandering down the beach just a little ways, you come across. There's obviously there's a few bodies that you found and that sort of thing. So blood in and of itself wouldn't be that out of place, but dried blood. You find it looks like a blood trail leading up into the dunes, away from the water. but the blood is dried and it looks like it's been there for a while, possibly. Like longer than, like
question,
before the actual wreck. And
is this before or after the sleep that we got?
So this is as you're setting up camp and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Before.
Okay, thank you.
We've gotten a rest, not sleep.
Yeah, you've gotten a short rest.
Well,
at
that's
this
what I was hoping to do when we came back with the food, but this is happening like as that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Steve explained.
Yeah, this is just something that you notice as you kind of wander down the beach, and it's a pretty obvious blood trail.
okay.
Yeah, what do you do, if anything?
I'm gonna mosey up along the blood trail and see what's over the dunes.
It occurs to you also that it's strange that dried blood would last this long, especially given the presence of all the birds.
Well, I'm amazed there's dried blood on a small island near the water.
Right. It's somewhat strange to say the least.
Drug a seal up that it got up under the beach.
Yeah. So you're doing this by yourself, Mr.
Yeah.
Evil? Okay. All right. Yeah, you make your way up the dunes and up. It's the similar scene that I described to the hunters. So it's a very desolate atoll, and with just the one kind of large hill in the middle, and the blood trail. It almost looks like something or someone was dragged in the direction of the hill, which is the only distinguishing feature of the island.
Up the hill I go.
All right. So this is going to take a while. So it's going to take you approximately, let's say, an hour.
Lucy would not have shown me this way if I wasn't meant to go this way.
God. All right. Everybody else is kind of busying themselves at camp. Bill, I mean, did anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
If this isn't affecting our rest, can I just go with him?
Sure. I mean, so in my mind, so you've just taken a short rest. You went hunting. So I'm going to say, probably an hour or two since the shipwreck happened at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now early afternoon. You want to go with him? Who else is going with him, if anyone? You just see him starting to wander.
You see the crazy zealot wander up the hill.
Yeah.
Mr. Evil.
I turn around and go, wait, what's that fucker doing? And I go with him.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. I think he's over here.
That's not up the hill. That's towards the water.
Yeah, I don't think he actually moved it yet. But
fine.
I have not moved.
Just for the sake of me knowing who's going and who's not.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, pile
out of character though.
Area if you're going.
Say that one more time. Out of character.
Are we taking a long rest before we go on to the next thing, or are we going to just press onward?
It doesn't look like it.
After.
I'm getting that.
He has a couple of character rolls to make, by the way.
Say that one more time.
Fizzy's trying to roll for silver and new Devil's Luck rolls since it's a new character.
Oh yeah, good plan.
What does he need for silver?
Oh yeah.
It's on the background.
It should be in the
yeah
player
whatever he got.
Based on the background.
What did he get as his
So
your background?
I am a rapscallion, and I couldn't find it, but I think
okay, so it's sorry, it's one of the last things that you do after you roll.
Background is a D100.
Class. Yep. Yeah, so you go to backgrounds, it's a D100, and then that determines how much silver you have. So what did you roll?
So I think, hold on, I think I've got a background.
Yeah, it'd be like sailor, actor, artist, bandit, blacksmith, landowner, loner.
There's a ton of them. Yeah.
Okay, so blacksmith. All right.
A blacksmith gives you 2d6 times 10 and a set of files and tools.
Okay.
Which is nice, quite useful.
Every time I need the blacksmith.
All right. Cool.
All right. So yeah, got your camp set up, had a short rest, got food for the next couple of days, it seems like, and you start to head up.
Since we're making a decision here, can we please do a long rest before we go on the blood trail?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
what if
between.
the blood
That's up
trailer's
to
not
you.
there? What if it goes away?
It hasn't gone away in long enough for it to dry.
But it doesn't take too long for blood to dry.
True.
Also,
How do you know that?
I think that one would be the one in our party that would know it better than most.
All right, if we're putting it to a vote, my vote is to rest first.
Rest.
Nice rolls, by the way, Fizzy.
You're all welcome to roll.
I don't need to rest, but you guys need Devil's Luck, and I'm the only one with Devil's Luck right now.
Yeah, that's the other
Like,
thing. I have no
mitigate
Devil's Luck right now.
It's how you mitigate damage, so it's almost as important as HP.
Good point.
so, yeah. So let me know.
I'll stay over here with the shelter then,
All right. Who else?
enjoying our shipmates
Okay.
company.
I mean,
I figured I was still, like, as I said, sort of looking for metal and moving it up on shore and doing that.
Sure.
I guess since I've got the Devil's Luck, I don't need the long rest. So if
Okay.
people, if
Yeah.
people want to wait for me to, like, sort of hit a pausing point, I'll go with and explore. But otherwise, I'm gonna kind of hang out and probably not rest, but sort of
Well,
probably keep working and keep watch.
How long do you need to go between short rests?
You can take. Well, that's a good question, actually.
It's been over an hour. We could take another short rest.
Well, the long rest
That
gets
doesn't get us.
Your
Bill, do you know? How long you can take between short rests in this system?
doesn't really say.
it's arbitrary. Between meals, probably. I mean,
Yeah, let's say. I guess
you only
we gotta
hydrate so much,
kind
right?
of common sense about it. Let's say you can take, I don't know, 3 or 4 short rests and then 1 long rest, if that makes sense. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah. I mean, with just water and grog.
Yeah.
We've got birds and eggs now.
Yeah,
It's true.
Well, do any of you know how to butcher a dodo?
That's actually what I was thinking of.
I can stick a stick through it and
I'm a
hold it
hunter.
over
I mean, I can make an omelet. I can make an omelet with these eggs for sure.
And
Yeah, I would say that
between
between the
butcher.
yeah, I mean, so this is the 18th century. You would know how to pluck a chicken, probably. It's something that you would just know how to do.
I'm good with
Yeah.
goats.
We don't want to hear about that. We don't really. Yeah, that's completely uncalled for. So I guess my question is this: is there anyone who is not going to take a long rest?
I'm in the little character zone of I'm counting the blood drops going up the hill.
It's fine. So if you're going on regardless. Is
One
anyone?
little drop of blood.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's an obsessive counter. So yeah. Is anyone going with him?
I am not taking a long rest, but I'm also not going with him.
Okay. Misfit, what about you?
I'm
okay
ride or
to go
die
alone.
with Mr. Evil. I'm ride or die with Mr. Evil, but out of character, I just don't want to split the party because it's more interesting when everybody's here. We'll do a short scene with the blood stain trail, and I'll come with you.
It's fine. Yeah. So it looks to you like, and that's the other thing too. It looks like getting to the crest of this hill, or to the the area right around it, would probably only take you an hour at most.
All right, Chief Zealot, I'm with you.
All right. So yeah. So as you ascend, you start to notice, like, the only other than the birds, you do see a few snakes. Actually quite remarkable looking silver. They look like constrictor snakes of some sort. But these seem to be a lot more cautious than the birds. Like a lot more, they quickly disappear into the tall grass when you see them. But they are quite numerous. But following the blood trail, you come across what looks to be an abandoned campsite at the base of the hill. And you see a collapsed tent, complete with a bedroll. There's a musket leaning up against the tent, and a barrel, like a small barrel, out in front of the tent. And a little bit, you don't see any sign of the inhabitants. It looks like someone was dragged out of the tent or into the tent. It's kind of hard to say because there's blood everywhere now.
I'm following your lead, David.
So I'm going to look through the tent as I count the blood splatters.
Yeah, so
987, 988.
There's a lot. Yeah. So looking through the tent, you're able to find a musket, and you can tell that it's been fired recently. The barrel is empty at this point. There's a flintlock pistol.
I hand the rifle out to the other zealot.
Okay, there's a musket, a flintlock pistol, which is loaded. A barrel of gunpowder. 20 rounds of shot.
Split the shot between us. I take the pistol.
A medical kit. 2 hunting knives.
Here's a hunting knife.
2 fishing nets. And some flint and steel.
Was someone able to type that fast enough, or can you copy paste that?
I can, yeah.
Thank you. That makes it easier for me.
Yep.
Okay. Blood for the blood god, says Mr. Evil.
So,
all right. Now I have a ranged weapon.
Yes.
My random weapon was at D4, so I've got an upgrade.
All right, here we go.
I have a cat of 9 tails.
Discord. Yeah.
That makes sense for like a cult leader.
All right.
Yeah.
It's in Discord.
Okay, so.
All right, it's not 2 hunting knives. It's a hunting knife.
Oh. Well, I'll give you the hunting knife. I have my cat of 9 tails as my close combat.
And Trollish, I was wondering. My interpretation of the rules was that the clerics can use iron and carry armor and still use their spells, but to use the other spells you need.
Let me look at Zealot. I didn't think there were any restrictions like that.
Zealot actually says we can wear armor and stuff and still cast.
Okay, cool. Okay,
yeah, I don't think there's any. Yeah, because a zealot rolls for a weapon just like any other.
So
class.
Musket should be no problem.
Oh, okay, here you go. Thou may use ancient relics and arcane rituals whilst wearing medium armor, tier 2 or lower. But there's nothing like you can carry a musket and use a musket, so there's nothing against prohibitions on that.
Adding a musket to my character sheet.
Yep, and it's a barrel of gunpowder, which would be but it doesn't say. It says 20 rounds of shot. Sorry, so.
Yeah.
But it doesn't specify if that's pistol shot or musket shot.
They'd be pretty darn close to the same size.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're both around that time frame. Everything would be about a 58 caliber ball.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, you find that, but no sign. It's good knowledge. I like it. It looks like obviously there was violence done here, but it's hard to say. Like you don't see any. I don't know. Why don't you give me I guess presence would be the best stat. Why don't both of you test presence?
Okay, what do I need to roll?
A D20 and add your presence bonus. And Bill,
we both have negatives. Ooh, I rolled a 17 minus 1, so I get a 16.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, actually not bad.
Yeah, I rolled okay.
So you're both able to see. It looks like there were 2 people camped out here at some point, and some sort of creature or creatures attacked the camp and dragged the bodies towards the ocean. So you were the blood trail. It was actually not going away from the ocean. It was going towards the ocean.
Oh crap! We have land sharks.
So, and it's with the 17. It looks like some sort of like you would associate it with either a crustacean or an insect, but very large. Like possibly, Yeah, something disturbingly large, like far larger than it should be.
Zadachum? Chuck?
Yeah, me and you were thinking the same thing. We both read the book, so yeah. I literally went. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna get.
Drawing at the
I was
three?
thinking
Drawing at the 3 or the Pirate Borg book?
Lobstrosities. Yeah.
Land shark.
Yeah. So
Anyone that's read the
I'm
Dark
gonna-
Tower will know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
take down the. I'm gonna take down the tent. I'm gonna put the nets and the barrel in it, and hand a couple corners to my compatriot there, Mr. Misfit, and Mr. Evil, Mr. Fistfit will be dragging some stuff back to camp.
Yeah, you're able to easily, collect all of the goods. So yeah, it's a tent
It's
and a
going
bedroll.
downhill,
I should have
so.
mentioned.
So what I'm
Yeah, it's not difficult.
gathering is once you get back, we're going to be fortifying our little camp.
So
Wise.
So yeah, you make it back. So it takes about 2 hours for the round trip, and by this time, I guess it would be, what did I say? It was early afternoon when you left. So late afternoon, the sun's beginning to set. You're near the equator, so sunset comes quickly. And I guess I want to say that from that vantage point, you're also able to look to the south of the island and see far in the distance, in clear skies. Like you're able to see the beach on the opposite side, and then out into the Caribbean, you can see possibly 2 islands in the distance.
2.
Yeah. And
do any of
David,
our survivors happen to have a shipwright ability?
That would be the old Salt Juan. Like he might, a shipwright, like being able to construct a ship.
Something better than
you're
just
not,
a bad raft.
Probably not. I mean, you do have the dinghy, but and you could also cobble together a raft with the wreckage.
Yeah.
Did the other dinghy happen to wash ashore?
No, not that you could find, or at least you haven't explored the entire, obviously, beach. Like you haven't kind of gone the circumference of the island, but yeah, one thing, I guess I should mention this to Mr. Evil. One of the islands looks familiar to you.
Like
something you have recently seen.
Yes.
Did we
possibly
pass it
on
our way here?
Map. There's a very distinct, as the map, as was revealed on the map. So, in any case, yeah. So you make your way back with this bounty, and everybody else is kind of settled in at this point. You've got food cooked or cooking so what do you do now?
Should we roll for turning the birds into food?
No, I'm going to say that between 7 or 8 people here, at least one of you knows how to cook a meal.
Yeah, we can always heat the sand and throw the eggs in it for.
I think in this time period,
baking.
and everybody would have a rudimentary knowledge of this sort of thing. So, I mean, that's not to say that it's going to be taste really great or anything like that, but yeah, you're able to pluck and cook whatever kind of birds these are.
Burn the feathers off in the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll just smell bad.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll for the quality of the meal, just out of curiosity.
Sure, let's do that.
It tastes fucking awful.
It does, yeah. You actually burn, like it's well done to the point of.
It's well done with no seasoning.
Exactly.
It's seasoned with hunger.
Yeah, let's say well done on the outside and pink on the inside, and it's just.
Oh yeah, salmonella.
Yeah, just eat the outside and put it back. Put it back in the fire. It's easy.
Yeah.
I was told there would be spices here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
planet.
spices to be found on this
say,
island.
Maybe one of those 2 islands is the Spice Islands.
There's India.
I mean, okay, so here's the other thing. So 2 islands. I don't think anyone knows about those 2 islands except for Misfit and Mr. Evil. But now that you've brought it up, everybody kind of looks at you, and like Brahm, she'll look at you and say, "What 2 islands?"
Well, there's 2 islands that our patron saint, Saint Lucifer, was telling us about in a dream, and the entire reason I was on this trip was to find these 2 islands, and there they are.
Wait a minute. There they are. So you saw 2 islands on your excursion?
Yes.
She kind of looks at Juan, who says, Juan, you know these waters better than anyone. Perhaps you would take Jean and go see what you can see. Maybe you know what these islands are, or where we are approximately. That would be the first step in, possibly getting us off of this rock. And I'm more concerned at this point about what might have killed the inhabitants of that camp. And why is there a camp? I've seen. She just kind of shakes her head. She's got a lot to think about.
Well, I mean, what put us on the shore here? A foul boat of skulls.
Yes, but
what could be worse than that?
So the camp. I don't know if I made it clear, but the camp predates the shipwreck.
Yeah, but she's trying to. I'm getting to the point of there was a ship made of human skulls that just attacked us.
Right. She hasn't quite processed that yet.
Yeah. Something dragging one person away, far less intimidating to me than a ship of skulls.
You're thinking 2 people, by the way. But yeah. Fair point. All right, so she sends those 2 off, and they head off in the direction of the hill to where they can get a better vantage point. The sun begins to set. You've got your, and what are you going to do at this point? Just going to go ahead and take your rest? Are you going to set any sort of watch, or how are you going to prepare?
Well, I can watch along with Fizzy because we got our fresh characters. The rest have lost any HP.
True.
I might do a candlelit vigil for our lost sailors.
Okay. Fair enough. Who's going to take the first watch then? Or are you going to, would it be more than one person, or?
I'll stay up overnight.
Oh, you're going to stay up all night? Okay.
That doesn't sound healthy.
What I saw in the campsite was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
And also there were a bunch of sailors, so to prove my faith / respect the dead, I'm going to stay up overnight and burn my candles.
Fair enough. Is anyone going to stay up with him, or is everybody?
I'll go ahead and stay up with him. I'll probably stick around for like a little bit while he's starting to light candles, and then I will,
because I will tell you that exhaustion is a thing in this game. So
yeah, I'll go and investigate some of the nearby, like just up against the shore, the top of the shore, like the bushes and whatever in that area, just to kind of see, and then I'll probably go to sleep about halfway through.
All right, fair enough. So
wake me up when you're ready to go back to sleep. I'll stand with the second group.
All right.
Yeah. So Juan and John return before the sun fully sets, and Juan will say, "I believe we're near the island of Rum Cay. If my navigational skills are not too rusty, in any case, I think that's one of the islands. This must be Conception Atoll."
Conception Atoll?
Yes. It's as you see, it's an uninhabited rock. Sometimes There's no fresh water here, no source of fresh water, so a settlement won't work here. It's seabird colonies and the like. So what I'm trying to say is that when our water runs out, and it will run out fairly quickly,
we need to be gone.
Yeah, we can't stay here long.
This is nothing better than a guano factory.
Pretty much. And that dinghy is not going to hold all of us. So we'll need to construct a raft of some sort.
Is there a door?
A door?
A door.
I missed that. I missed it.
You know,
I know it was a reference, but I missed it. So
I think it was a Titanic reference.
Only one of us can use the door, though.
I remember that Titanic reference from last game.
Yes. And he'll say, I believe the further island is the Isle of Yuma. Both, Yuma is the larger of the two. Rum Cay has a small settlement, if memory serves. At least it did decades ago. Who knows in these times, though, with this plague and whatnot, and the undead everywhere. Things have changed. Things can change, and he just starts rambling on about how everything's changing so fast, and he can't keep up with it. Kind of doing the old man thing, starting to bitch about stuff. So it's a Rum Cay, Rumtey. That, not Romkey, but that's kind of how he said it, though. But yeah, Conception Atoll is the island that you're on, apparently.
Well, I'm glad it's not a rom-com.
No, it's not, but it could be. We've got Brom here, but she's not actually showing because it would be weird. She's not showing her. Even though I rolled that trait, I'm not going to role play it.
It'd be awkward.
Yeah, it'd be awkward. I just don't want to go there.
And
plus she's had a yeah, exactly. She's had a near-death experience, and so
actual death experience,
like an actual death experience. Yeah.
Some of the other sailors are gossiping about her, and I tell them to cut that sort of talk out.
Yeah, and even Jean is strangely, like, he was concerned about finding his comb and his mirror and all of that. But even he's strangely withdrawn now, as if the gravity of the situation is finally sinking in, right? And he's kind of settled.
Game over. Sorry.
Yeah, he's settled into kind of this somber kind of sulk. And he soon falls asleep, along with, Juan falls asleep as well. And soon it's Mr. Evil. And who else was it? Keys?
Oh,
who else was going to stay up?
Oh, I'm absolutely going.
Who else was staying up briefly?
Yes, Keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Misfit and Keys that were staying up, right?
Yeah.
So, Misfit, you began to light your candles and that sort of thing. And Keys, you were kind of looking around in the last of the fading sunlight, and it quickly becomes dark, and you've got a campfire going over by this. In this area here, and how quickly the sun sets in the Caribbean and on the equator, and so that it's going to be pitch or pretty dark quickly.
Yeah.
So, yep. So what do you do?
I'll grab a torch and just sort of keep like within view of the campfire, but like up at the top of the shore, like walking around.
Okay.
With the torch looking at.
And Yep, gotcha. Misfit, is this accurate? Or are you over in this area then?
Yeah, sounds good. And I'll craft some torches because I don't have any right now.
Yep, fair enough.
We got ample supplies though, right? So I assume I can craft a torch.
Just roll me a d6. We'll say, yeah, you're able to craft 3 torches just out of driftwood and sailcloth and that sort of thing. All right, so Keys, as your roll me, I guess, presence.
Keys? Who's Keys?
Yeah, Keys is Keys Beard Swart.
That's me. I'm good. I'm on it. Sorry. Let's see.
You're the other one that's up currently. Yeah.
That mean you have cheese in your beard?
That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, you see out of the corner of your eye kind of something coming out of the water. It looks like more than one something, like the longer you look. And it's kind of hard to see because the light has faded so much. But something kind of drags itself out of the water and onto the shore.
Okay, I'm not going to spend too long trying to figure out what it is. I'm going to go and alert. First off, our other awake person, is that was who else is awake right now? Is that Misfit or is that
Misfit? Yeah, it was currently just Misfit.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and alert Misfit to what I see, and then ask if he wants to rouse people or if he wants to go investigate.
Okay, so you kind of walk back to where he's sitting. You can see the candlelight and everything. So you make your way back up there and you tell him that. And what do you do? I mean, what's the reaction? Everybody else is sleeping peacefully right now.
Raise the alarm.
All right. Do you want to raise the alarm, or do you want me to? I'd like one of us to go investigate a little bit closer, maybe not right next to it, but do you want to raise the alarm, or do you want me to?
I'm going to address the sleeping folks, and I'm going to say, "Wake up quickly!"
Okay, yeah. As you kind of make your way, as you stand up, just after he's told you this, you suddenly from this area you hear a sudden scream. It's from Juan. All right, and just as you wake everybody, and now everyone wakes up. Just in time to see. What's that? No, it's not the Kurgan. Just in time to see Juan being dragged off by a large, like a hound-sized lobstrosity, kind of a crab, lobster hybrid-looking thing.
You said lobstrosity.
I did, yeah, because you brought it up. You brought it up earlier.
Can we get some devil's luck for the Stephen King reference?
Sure. I'm going to give everybody 1 point of devil's luck.
Yay!
This isn't going to count against you later on for the rest. I'm just going to go ahead and give everybody 1 point right now.
Inspiration fishing.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, you turn just to see his scream is cut short as this thing came just around the wreckage and almost snapped him in half and is dragging him off now.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah, it seems like he's dead at this point.
Do you want a lobstrosity token, Trollish?
I've got some, and I just need to get my.
Okay, you've got it in the.
Yeah, I've got him.
In the can, so to speak.
Right. So this seems like a good time for me to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to use my magic necklace of eyeballs to do that.
All right, so you see at least, let's see, right about there. Hold on 1 second. And then over here, there were a couple of them, and you don't actually see these right now, but there's, yeah. I guess I could have kept them hidden. All right, in any case, so yeah, you're going to have basically a round before we actually go into initiative. So you're going to use. Explain to me again what you're going to use. That was Fizzy, right?
Yeah. So Keese is going to use his necklace of eyeballs to become invisible for a D6 plus Spirit, which is -1 for me.
Legit.
Okay. Or until I attack or take damage.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm just going to roll a D6 and then we'll subtract 1 off of that.
All right. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay.
Nice. 5 rounds.
All right, what's Rotten Johnny gonna do? Actually, it would make sense that Misfit and Keys you already act, but Misfit you can go ahead and act first because you were already fully awake.
I'm gonna say, get away from John.
Yeah, he's basically dragging him off into
Too late.
And did he already get dragged? Or is the token where he got accurate?
Let's say that it's about here-ish. Yeah, and it didn't make it too far. Because I mean, it screamed and woke up everybody, and yeah.
I'm gonna run over 30 feet, give or take. I'm gonna try and whack it with my torch because that's what I got handy right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm gonna try and pull an Strider.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna click my D4 weapon just because that's what I have macros for. But descriptively, that's what I'm trying to do. I missed.
All right, so a 6 is a miss. However, as you wave the torch around, this thing shrieks and hisses as it drops the remains of one and begins to back away. It's clearly frightened by the fire.
Backy.
All right. So now we'll go ahead and go to, let's see, Goodwin, I guess.
All right. Let's see. So we don't see the ones in the water right now. Is that right?
Not currently, no.
Okay. So I would like to. Oh, whoops. Move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And then. So question. I have 2 knives now. Could I just stab with both of them at the same time?
Yeah, let's see. Do any of the classes have like a dual wielding feature? I want to say that the Scallywag. Wait, hold on.
It would just be a cool description thing.
Yeah, basically. Because I'm wondering if the Swashbuckler might actually have.
If you want to add a funhouse rule for it, 13th Age says, sure, re-roll if you roll a 2. If you roll a 2 to attack and you're dual wielding, re-roll it. I like that solution, so you don't get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. There's actually, if you look at the Swashbuckler, there's a subclass called the Knife Knave. When attacking with 2 knives, you can make 2 attacks per turn. They're DR10 to hit, and if the first attack hits, the second is an auto hit. But that's kind of a thing for the Swashbuckler.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, then I'll just use my harpoon then.
I'm gonna say you could do it, but you'd take a penalty. However, with a 19, you're definitely gonna. All right. So 19's obviously gonna hit, and oops, 1 second here. All right, yeah, you drive it in, so it does meet a little bit of resistance. It is a crustacean after all, but you drive it in between 2 of the kind of plates or whatever, chitinous plates, and it shrieks and obviously in pain. And
you did hurt it. Okay.
Yeah, you did hurt it. It starts to bleed all over the ground.
Ooh, all right.
But it just does that thing that crabs do, where it just kind of backs away and just flexes its claws, kind of, and hisses at you.
Back away. Flex my claws.
Okay, fair enough.
I
All right.
crab, man.
Of course. Rotten Johnny, what are you doing?
Good question.
Yeah. Are we the only 2 that have actually read The Dark Tower? Or know this reference?
I know the reference, and I watched part of the movie or series or whatever it was.
Yeah.
My brother's really into it. That's just generally how I know about it.
I can't remember if the Lobstrosities were actually on the movie, because I think the movie was not good. But anyway. All right, Robin, go ahead, though. Sorry to derail.
Well, let's see. I still don't see anything behind me, right?
Yeah, all you can clearly see. I guess. Why don't you test presence? I guess.
Ooh, my bad score.
with only 3 stats, it's like, well, I guess there's more than that, but present seems to make sense for this.
I don't see shit.
No. Yeah, you don't see anything. You believe, they said that there was something moving around over there, but you don't see it. Right.
Yeah. But I do see the one that's dragging.
Yeah, you actually see
one.
2. There's one here and one right here.
Okay, I'll come over. 1, 2, 3. That's a spot there, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I will take a good whack at it with the finely
That's
crested.
the one that was previously wounded too.
Come on, brother.
Does it have armor?
Here.
I mean, it's covered in, like, it's a crustacean, so it's got a shell.
I'm just asking because I've got a -2 DR.
Oh yeah.
So do I.
Right. Yeah. If you hit, you mean? Like, so it would, yeah. But unfortunately,
We're armor
a 0
piercers,
is not
all
going to
right.
hit.
So it would be my strength, right? Well, that 0 was for detection, not for attack.
Oh yeah, it's just a D20. And you're
then
testing.
I add my strength or agility to it for
strength.
Yeah.
Oh.
So an 18?
Yeah, an 18 will hit.
Alrighty.
Oh shit. Oh, there they are.
Nine
oh
points of
wow.
damage.
Yeah. So what are you using? What's your weapon?
The finely crafted rapier.
Yeah, you run it through, and it just kind of lets out a shriek and goes still. Twitches a little bit and goes still.
All right, I follow up with some clarified butter.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got good food.
I was gonna say, yeah, most definitely.
Well, in this time frame,
team effort.
Lobster still would have been like prisoner food.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys are shipwrecked.
But crab isn't, and it's both.
It's kind of both, yeah. All right, so Johnny, what was that? That's it for you then, right?
Yeah, I don't think I get anything else, right?
Okay, no. You moved and you attacked. All right, Mr. Evil, what are you doing?
It's dark out, so I'm gonna cast Divine Light. Let the light of the morning,
Oh, here we go again.
Morning star.
The morning star.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Zing.
I got to take a very short break. I'll be
Yep,
right back.
no worries. All right, remind me what that does and what roll you need to make.
They just go off. I have 4 more times. Until I get a full rest, I have 4 more spells I can cast.
So you're rolling for the duration, right?
Yeah, D6 times 10 minutes. So, boop.
That's beautiful.
Minutes. So, bright light radiates from thee for up to D6 times 10 minutes. Enemies that see it are -2 DR to defend against it.
All right, yeah, you see 2 more of them up here by the water's edge. That were
the range is
up
60 feet, right?
No,
it doesn't actually say.
It's as
they
far
can
as
just
light goes.
if they can see you, yeah. So if they can see you, then and they clearly can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well done.
Love you, David.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Morningstar's light is bringing us.
I keep losing the page that I need to be on, which is violence.
Oh, you woke up today and chose violence.
Yeah, it's actually. I need the quick reference thing, so I think it's on the front cover.
Only every day since I was born.
Bear with. Oh, okay, here it is. I found it. All right. Let's roll. Let's do individual initiative, I guess. So it's going to be your agility plus a D6. And I'll go ahead and let's see if we can get this to work first. Okay. All right. I put the turnover order up, but I think I was too late for some people. Okay.
Oh. What are we rolling?
Sweet.
A D6 plus your agility.
Why am I?
If you click your token and you have the macros, it works.
Yeah, it should.
But I have a character sheet, which most people don't have working currently.
Whoops. And then I just did something dumb there. Okay, I can just roll a d6 here. All right.
Yeah, to do that, you have to have a character sheet and you have to click your token and then roll. Actually, it might work if you just click your token and then roll in chat, but I'm not sure.
Is it a D6?
Yeah, it's a d6 plus your agility modifier.
Okay, hang on. What? Because I clicked on the little thing on the character sheet. Because it rolls
let's
a
see,
D20
individual.
for me.
Yeah, individual initiative is d6
Oh.
plus agility. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. That's more gooder.
So in other words, there can be simultaneous initiative.
Yeah, it could be.
And I'm just going to do group initiative for them.
There we go.
All right.
That was more.
You can edit your initiatives manually on the thing pretty easily if you mess up.
Yeah, absolutely can. Oh, they added a button to the turn order now that you can just click. You don't have to. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. They've actually made some minor improvements here. All right, so unfortunately, they're going to get to act first. However, this blinding light, they want nothing to do with it, and they flee back into the sea. Okay.
Oh, that's not quite true. Fizzy's not on the initiative list, and they rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. Who was that? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was on. So I rolled 4 first, and then I rolled an 8 after I clicked on my token, and then I remodified it back to a 4. So I didn't
so
roll,
Keys, you should be an 8.
Oh,
Is that
bad.
correct?
No. I should be a 4 because 4 was my first initiative roll.
Who are we missing? We are missing someone though.
You're missing me. I just got back.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, roll initiative. So it's a d6 plus your agility modifier.
D6 plus that?
Yeah, plus agility. Yeah. All right. Did it add you to the?
I didn't roll it on the sheet, so.
Oh, okay. So we'll just add you manually. And you said a 5?
Yeah, it's a 5.
All right.
I am behind the lobstrosities.
We almost beat them out. We tried. Good effort, team.
It was close. All right. So, fortunately, though, it looks like most of them have fled. You've killed one. This one here is going to take a swipe at who's this right here? At Goodwin as it flees. Yeah. So you're going to need to roll defense. So agility, DR 12. Ooh, 1 off. Do you want to modify it with Devil's Luck or no? Judging from, I'll just tell you that judging from. Go ahead. Sorry. Say again.
You said it looks like I rolled a 13. You said it was a DR 12.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind then. You made it. I'm sorry. Yeah, it just barely misses you. And this claw, it looks like there's enough strength in this claw to literally, cut you in half if it were to hit. Fortunately, it doesn't. And with the torch being waved in front of its face, it begins to retreat. So, Rotten, it's your turn.
Wow.
So it seems like they're in full retreat. They don't like the torches, and they definitely don't like the light coming from Mr. Evil.
Can I catch it? Or is it too far away?
Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It looks like you can just get to it, yeah.
I will try and do something about this thing then.
Okay. Yeah, it's in full retreat at this point, but it'll probably... it would probably try to defend itself, but go ahead.
So I miss, I think. Unless a 9 hits it.
9 does not, no.
Okay. I'll take a whack at it on the way out. On its way out, basically.
Okay. Keys, what are you doing? Of course, people with muskets can shoot them if you want, but it's your call.
Actually, I do have a Devil's Luck. I can try hitting it.
Yeah, sure.
With that.
Okay.
Where's the Devil's Luck rolls?
What's our movement speed? I'm having trouble finding that.
It's 30 feet.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Does anyone recall what page Devil's Luck is on?
Not off the top of my head, but I can
there it is,
find
found
it
it.
easily enough.
Reroll damage, or deal max damage, or lower damage, or neutralize a crit or a fumble, or one's tests DR
I'll
by.
take a stab next time you get a chance.
I'll just reroll the attack roll.
Okay.
Which is even worse.
Bummer. All right. So there's a whole bunch of
again.
rolls up here now. So actually, what's Keys doing?
So I am just gonna, I'm gonna try and get over to this one that's going in the water and sneak attack it.
Okay.
Okay. So normally that would be a while striking from the shadows or while sneaking test agility DR 12. I don't know if I get if that's easier because I'm actually invisible. But,
where are you currently? Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody added a reroll for the shooting toilet.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right then. Thank you.
I guess
Thank you, chat.
I'll try it one more time.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Sure is. Okay.
At least I didn't waste
Yeah.
the chat streams.
All right, let's see the damage. What are you using the
That was a +1, right? It's plus. Is the damage plus strength or agility also, or just
it's
straight
just
damage?
Straight damage, yeah.
Okay, so and I get the +1 for the
Yes,
Shakespeare
for
of
the-
insults.
Yeah. So you're insulting this crab's
3 points.
All right, yeah, it bleeds a bit, but it's still
injure it.
trying to scurry away. All right, Keys. You were asking me about sneaking up and.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I get an advantage on my agility.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the DR basically.
Right.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
That.
So instead of 12, I'm gonna say, since you're completely invisible, it'd be like an 8.
All right.
Yes, Leo, there is, but I can't remember how to do it at the moment. But yes, there is.
Is that a thing I can reroll with Devil's Luck?
What are you trying to reroll?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's a hit roll.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got reroll any die roll. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna spend a Devil's Luck on that, and there we go.
Yeah, that hits. Which one can you move to? I'm not sure which one you're.
All right. Oh.
This one, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that one. That's the only one I can reach. So I can.
Oh, okay, you did it. I'm sorry. I grabbed your token at the same time. All right.
Yeah.
So you're now up to your ankles in water. All right. Let's see some damage then.
All right.
This is with a knife.
Yep, this is for the knife.
Okay.
And since I got the since I passed the agility test, I get an automatic critical hit.
Oh, sweet. This is a good time to find out what crits do here. All right.
Stick it between the eye stalks.
All right, a critical hit. Yeah, okay, so it's just double damage, and its armor protection is reduced by 1 tier.
All right, so 3 damage doubled would be 6, and then I don't know
whatever.
What
yeah, if it has armor.
-3
okay, yeah.
total.
What's that? You wounded
Oh,
gravely.
you said -3 DR total because of David over there.
Right. If they have any, armor to speak of. All right, good one. You're up. And you rolled already, or no?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I just moved, is what I did. So I moved up next to this crab while that was all happening, and now I would like to stab him again.
Okay.
Or no, this is a different one, but stab him.
Yep. Go for it.
Yeah,
that'll do it. Yeah, you kill another one.
Stab it real good.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we don't die here if we don't have what we need for food.
I mean, yeah, this is okay. Mr. Evil.
I'm going to sally forth into the edge of the surf and catch a nine-tails this one.
Okay, because you got reach on it. All right.
Yes.
This one here that's wounded, or the other one? Doesn't matter with that roll.
F it. I'll re-roll with my.
Yeah, everybody might as well burn it. And this is one of the mechanics because you're about to take a rest, and so there's no reason to keep it. All right. Yep. You kill this one.
Unless you're already above maximum, like me.
Right.
When a misfit crab comes, when a mutant crab comes along, you must whip it.
Whip it good. Yeah. All right, misfit. What's misfit doing? Way up there.
I'm gonna say minions.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Minions, protect Mr. Evil.
Okay. So you're doing.
And then I'm going to say a prayer to the Dark One.
All right. Let's see it.
He's the Morning Star.
And
He's
I'm gonna
pretty
say,
bright.
Ie su Domine, dona eis requiem.
Thump.
Did Juan get saved?
There's that, or
We're
there's
about
also
to find out.
I pre-rolled in the chat.
There could be the South Park version of that too.
Did you roll a 17? Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Juan, I guess. Yeah. So his flesh begins to knit back together, and his eyes flutter open, and he gasps like a sudden breath, and looks around with just kind of a stunned expression on his face.
You've been recruited. The cult of the Old One. Welcome.
He looks up at you and it's just speechless for the moment. Anyway,
I heard sweet death.
I'm gonna say hail Satan, then I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder.
He looks up at you. Hail Satan. And he rises to his feet. You've got a convert now.
Yay! Okay, that makes two. David, high five.
We're all going to hell. All right.
Ave Paldes Mors. Hail the pale death.
So I was thinking the way that we convert people, or like the initiation to our cult, is you got to die.
Oh God.
You know what? I'm very convincing.
I completely forgot about our two NPCs.
Now so 3. Again.
Yeah, now 3. So Brahm, I guess she'll take this last. We'll put her somewhere down here, and she will fire her. Actually, I need to roll to see what kind of weapons these guys even had. So it's a D12. Somebody want to do that for me?
I'll roll for Brahm.
So Brahm's got. Go ahead, roll D12. Boop. She's got a
4.
She's got a machete, so she's not shooting anything. All right, so Brahm has a machete. She doesn't seem inclined to go after the crab in the water.
Having been recently dead.
Yeah, and our buddy Jean over here. Yeah, somebody roll for him for a weapon. We'll see what he has.
I rolled the 1 just a minute ago.
He's got anything to get to it anyhow.
He's got fists.
He's got a belaying pen.
He's got a belaying.
So yeah, he's not doing anything.
It's a very large brush.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. He's got his comb. He doesn't seem inclined to go after the crabs.
What did you say that what's the other one? The female's name?
Brahm? Lieutenant Brahm.
Machete.
She has a machete.
Yeah.
Oh, he rolled a 4. Wasn't that a cat of 9 tails?
No. Wait
3
a
is
minute.
machete.
Oh shit! Why is it laid out like this on my? So on mine it goes 1, 2, 3, 7.
Yeah, that's how it
Which
goes
is a
on mine
flintlock
too.
pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she's got a cat of 9 tails.
You have a friend.
You have a cat of 9 tails.
I guess that makes sense.
She
for
probably
the leadership
actually
on the ship to have one.
Yeah, I was gonna say she probably used that in ways that you don't like necessarily. All right, hold on.
Might, who knows?
Hold on. We're not going there. But
And
yeah,
then
her history.
It does.
Given her history, yeah. Okay, fine.
She's leadership and an info. Maybe
And
it's an all-around tool for her.
She's the ship's dominatrix. God damn it! All right.
If it had been anything other than the cat of 9 tails, I wouldn't have said anything.
Well,
right.
So
I mean, it just worked out that way.
Misfit rolled
it's
for
so fitting.
one Villalobos, and he also got a cat of nine tails.
I rolled a 1 for like.
Oh yeah,
immediately.
What does he have a cat of nine tails?
Yes.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
that
you don't
running
have
around
to use
here.
that one, but that was like as soon as he said someone roll a d12, I hit the button.
Yeah, if only somebody had something they could use to shoot with.
Yeah, nobody does except who has. Well, actually, we have what 3 guns.
There's a musket and a flintlock pistol.
Yeah, I've got a pistol, and the other zealot has a rifle.
And I have a pistol.
Too bad you don't have
we've got like 3 guns scattered amongst the
Yeah.
party here.
Uh-huh.
All right, so basically at this point, unless you want to go diving into the ocean after him, this combat is over.
Yeah, I think we taught him a lesson.
Yeah, they appeared to. Things would have been different if you hadn't done your divine light. So
our one zealot is gonna glow for what, the next 8 hours or something?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes.
No, this is a different game. This is not Dungeon Crawl Classics, where you can consecrate like an entire
football stadium for the rest of his life.
All right, I'd like to drag the corpses back to our camp and start, butchering them.
Yeah, so now food is no longer a problem.
The one in the water I'm gonna shove out. Maybe it'll keep the other crustacean things active. Bottom feeders.
Yeah. Right.
You're a bottom feeder.
Wouldn't it draw them in?
Not
That's
if it's
okay.
out to the ocean.
They're just looking for food, and
that will feed them for the day.
That would be a fair assumption, yeah. Let's see here. What am I
definitely need
here? Okay, so something interesting about this. Something interesting about so Brahm will actually take it upon herself to put more wood on the fire until you've got a nice roaring blaze. And so these things are the size of I didn't mention some of these details. Crustacean the size of a jaguar, semi-translucent, 17 eyes. So it's definitely not. Yeah, it's not your run-of-the-mill.
If anybody wants lobster eye soup, they're in good.
Yeah.
We got what? 17 times 2, times 3. Well, I mean, but I did push the 1 out, so times 2. So, good.
Yeah, you've got enough food. Food's no longer a problem for now. Unfortunately, the downside is that you don't really have any. So you've got a lot of meat and no way to preserve it at this point. So meat
salt.
And eggs.
Well, yes.
We got all the salt we could ask for.
We can put them in a salt bucket, right?
Where'd you get the salt?
There's a whole
there's
ocean.
An ocean,
right
yeah.
there.
There's an ocean, yeah. I don't know that it, like with drying fish and things like that. I'm not sure exactly how that works mechanically.
It'll last longer if we cook it, though.
Yeah. In any case, you've got food's not a problem at least for the next couple of days. All right, so after you stoke up the fire and you're able to get your full rest with no further incident, the crabs do not return.
And I sleep
during
on
the night.
this side of the fire.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume everybody's kind of staying near the fire. Next morning rolls around, clear and bright, not a cloud in the sky. A typical day in the Caribbean during the summertime, not during the hurricane season, right? And basically the only shelter to be found is is the tents that you've set up and the little shelter you've erected. So it's quickly becoming uncomfortably warm, as it also does in the Caribbean.
Where's all the rum gone?
You still have the grog. I think how much did you drink? I think only 2 people. Yeah. So you still have a fair amount.
In fact, I would like to take another sip of grog.
Test.
Can we go ahead and roll our hit points though for the evenings
for the rest? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. And how much recovery? Let's see. I'm gonna need to find this.
I believe it's a D8.
Combat round crits.
Yeah, it's a D8 hit points for long rest.
Roll.
D8, you said? Okay.
Yeah, is it? Do you get?
Oh, okay, I found it here.
You don't get anything for like.
Yeah,
The,
long rest is
it's just
yeah, and if
it's
you
just a
toughness
D8.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just a straight D8.
if you had 0 Devil's Luck, roll that as well.
Whatever your Devil's Luck die is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
5 more
Devil's
points.
Luck's different for each class. So.
Yeah.
So that was me rolling my toughness against drinking the grog.
Was that Fizzy or who was that? I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Leo.
Oh, Leo, sorry. What did you get? I'm not seeing it.
24.
Sorry. Oh, beautiful. Is that a crit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Add +2. So roll a d4 and then add +2.
Awesome.
So regained hit points. Which is just a rule I just kind of made up. So, all right.
Well, thank you. I'm finally full again.
Yeah. All right, Rotten Johnny gets 5. Mr. Evil gets 6. What's the 1 for Rotten Johnny?
That's his luck.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's my luck roll. I got 1 point instead of 2.
All right, Leo, you get 4 on the Devil's Luck. Is that right?
No, I get D2, but I did that earlier before the fight because I didn't know that was coming up.
Okay. Who else needs to roll Devil's Luck? So the way the regeneration of Devil's Luck works is it's based on your class. So some, like I think it's a Rapscallion that gets a little bit more.
And Zealots.
Yeah, and Zealots, I believe.
No, Rapscallion's still a D2.
Which one was which are they all a D2?
One of the arcane or mystical ones.
Oh, okay, maybe that's
Most
what
likely.
it is.
The sorcerer is D6, I think. No, D4 as well.
Yeah, you're right. D2 Devil's Luck. Are any of them? Is that everybody except for the casters? Yeah, D2 for the brute.
I don't know about the haunted soul.
Yeah. I'm not sure about them either.
You're
right.
The omens can function like on the sheet as spirit. It actually will roll correctly.
What was that? Sorry. It's a
D4.
D4.
I was just noticing that you said the omens can replace Devil's Luck, and you're definitely right. It will function correctly if you just put in the
gotcha.
information.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. Sorcerers get also, so yeah, the casters basically. Haunted Souls. Well, with Haunted Souls, you actually roll for a class on top of that. So you could be, for example, a skeleton swashbuckler. And I think the Tall Tales work the same way.
Damn, David.
Like, yeah, if you're a merman or whatever, a mermaid, you'd get you'd roll a class and then you'd get whatever that is. I don't know about the animals. Yeah, I think everything. Anyway, interesting. All right, so we're all good to go. Does anyone else want to drink grog to try and top off their hit points? Or so far, it looks like 3. So basically, you've got enough grog for 2. Let's call it two heals apiece.
Had mine too.
And let's start making a raft that can be towed by the dinghy so we can get to one of these other islands.
Okay.
Now, hold on. This is not a democracy. That is my dinghy. I'm kidding.
It is.
He's my dinghy now.
Oh, I'll fight you.
I will make you the light of my life.
Then I'll burp in your face with grog breath, and you won't like it.
All right. Yeah. So you're able to construct a raft. It does take you most of the day to do so, to make a large enough one. But there's no further incident, and it seems to you that after, other than that campsite and the hill, there's really not much of interest on the island itself. So yeah, you're able to construct the raft, and now the question is, which of the islands are you going to attempt to make for? So I can show you here real quick. Let me actually put it in.
Go to Yummy Island. Yumma.
All right, hold on one second. I will show.
Wasn't there a town or a village or something on one of them?
That's what. So Juan says that there was, but he said it was years ago, so he's not sure if that's still the case. Okay, hold on.
And the other island, what do we know about the other island again?
I'm going to tell you in just a moment. All right, I'm going to put something in the Discord chat. And sorry for Twitch, you can't see this, but all right. So you were on the small island to the north. If everybody looks at Discord, the other small island, the one that takes up 2 hexes, is Rum K, and that's the one where Juan said there is possibly a settlement there.
That's
the very long island that is cut off on the bottom is Yuma Island, which Juan will tell you that it's covered in jungle for the most part, and there may or may not be a settlement there. It was inhabited at one time, he knows. But now, and he says he's also heard rumors that that there are possibly some ruins there from a prior civilization that predates the coming of Europeans.
I mean, the one that's covered in jungle seems like the most likely to have water for us.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
So that would be my vote.
I will tell you that. Anyway, that's it. So those are the most viable choices, and each one of those hexes is approximately 6 miles.
I would actually like to rebut that with, it is likely that the water is on the island where the village used to be, because otherwise how would they have supported themselves?
True.
Also a good point.
Good reasoning.
There's probably water on both of these islands, likely, just not the one we're on currently.
Yeah, the one that you're on is, like I said, it's just a little atoll with no...
Also pirates, so just paddling in on a dinghy and a raft, probably we don't want to necessarily do that in an actual city. May not be
there may not be a city at both places.
And the ruins sound interesting too.
Yeah, so you all know that some of these islands, especially the larger ones, there are ruins of a civilization that predates. So there were native inhabitants at one point, but by this time, and again, remember, this is this isn't analogous with Earth history exactly. It is and it isn't. Like, we're in the 17th century. Like, Blackbeard exists, and obviously all the European powers, but
alt Earth.
It's alt Earth. So as far as like a native presence on these islands, it's either been wiped out or diminished to a point where it's no longer even something that is of consequence that you know of anyway. But these ruins are definitely from a civilization that predates the coming of the Europeans. And they're scattered over most of the large islands anyway. And you've also got what's known as so we're in the Dark Caribbean. Obviously, if you go further to the west, you're going to hit what's known as the Dark Yucatan, which is exactly what it sounds like, which is the continent, the South American, Central and South American continent, right?
Are we aligned with a particular faction?
You're pirates, so I mean, that is kind of up to you. Like, you could be like
the Republic of Pirates, or
again, like, so the captain of the Tarantula was not a privateer. Like, he didn't have a letter of marque. He wasn't working for, say, the British government going after Spanish shipping or anything like that.
He was just a jerk.
He was an independent pirate, kind of like what Blackbeard was at the end of his career, like
a freebooter.
Yeah, a freebooter, completely outside the law of any nations.
So we don't have allegiance to a particular faction, or at least our party doesn't. Although David and I are probably working for the Wretched working for the Wretched because they also worship the same god as us, right?
Could be, yeah. No, you're
No,
not.
they
You're
worship
not
the
in league.
sunken one.
Yeah, the sunken one is.
So they worship a
Cthulhu,
different god from us. Never mind.
Yeah, the wretched is basically the Cthulhu faction. So you may have like you're all from. I don't know what countries you're originally from. Your characters. That's kind of up to you. But any allegiances that you have are your own, just your own person. I would say your own personal allegiances.
The allegiances we have are our own. Oh, cool.
Pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
another story question I was going to ask is what
If people keep dying, they'll
did we
not be
figure out what book?
allegiance with us.
Did we figure out what book and chapter we're in?
No, you know, I never
timeline?
did that. Do you guys want to do that? That's
Do you guys want to
another.
RNG that, or do you want to pick?
I'm gonna say we'll roll, but if it's something too extreme, like we're not gonna be at the end of the timeline.
Well, we got Devil's Luck too. You can re-roll to
true,
determine what part of the timeline you're on.
Yeah. So that's in the very beginning of the book. Is that before Ash or Brethren of the Coast?
The timeline of the Dark Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Here it is. I found it.
So whoever.
Yeah, this is fun.
Whoever's got
All
the
right.
dice handy, one person roll a d6 and another person roll a d6 for chapter and book.
Okay, 4.
This is one of my favorite features of the game, actually, is figuring out what part of the timeline you're in for different one-shots, and then you can fit the timeline together later as you play more of like campaign.
All right, so 4. So the Ashes of Tortuga, and then 6 is
What's 4, chapter 6?
Everyone who is I need to explain what Ash is first. So Ash is what remains when you kill an undead creature. Ash is kind of like maybe a powdered ectoplasm, if you will. It is also a very valuable substance. Think of it like cocaine. I guess would be the best way to describe it. It's highly prized and it has different effects. And this is the reason why you would think in an area overrun with the undead, why doesn't everybody just flee? It's because Ash is incredibly valuable. Yeah. I think that's a little extreme.
You guys want to re-roll the book that we're in?
Yeah, we can go with... well, wait a minute. I think I cross-referenced it wrong, right? So it was chapter 4, book 6. Is that what? Yeah. So that would be. Oh, that's actually worse.
No,
Ruins of Atlantis.
Yeah.
Ruins of Atlantis rise from the deep in the Devil's Triangle. Humanoid sea creatures attack. So the deep ones, basically.
I can spend a Devil's Luck. I'll spend a Devil's Luck to re-roll the book that we're in, the 4 that we rolled, and hopefully roll less than a 4.
Yeah, you want to roll low on this.
Okay, I'll try again.
All right.
Because
of course.
All right. Let's see it. I may or may not go with this. All right, 6 and then what?
Oh, let's do it.
So they're in 6-6, which is much worse.
Oh, that's the end of the world. 6-6.
That's the end of the world.
A maelstrom forms around the abyss. Earthquakes, islands crumble into the sea. We're basically the apocalypse, and this is the end times.
Oh,
so
can we re-roll a re-roll on that, Steve, or do you?
I'm not going to make you spend Devil's Luck. I just think this is a fun feature, but I think I think realistically.
So if we were RNGing it, we'd be fucked here. But
I rolled a 4 again, and then I rolled a 3.
All right, let's take a look. All right,
do you wish to continue
devolves...
in this doomed world? No.
Okay, this is fine. Tortuga devolves from a bastion of buccaneering to a cesspool of thieves and vagrants. Even pirates aren't safe there. So Tortuga is actually, and what else?
The pirate stronghold.
Yeah.
The capital.
Yeah, and it's no longer. There's no longer any. I guess it was never organized, but at least it was. Now it's just downright dangerous.
There was a set of rules that were followed.
More like guidelines. Yeah. 4-3. Yeah, it's fine. So we're basically in the middle of the timeline. Just for fun.
That's a cool world building feature from this game.
It's pretty awesome. I'm going to post this in. Discord so you can see this table, because it's just fun to. Some of the possibilities are pretty interesting. All right. Yeah, you can
Use
take
this
a look at that.
timeline
That's
any way you see fit, as historical records, rumors, plot hooks, current
Yeah.
events, tales found in a book. Chapters can be explored from left to right. Storylines progress chronologically from top to bottom. Reveal them in
Right.
order or roll D66 for a random event. End in Armageddon. Cast this book into the sea.
right. It's cool. It's really cool. I love the tables in this book.
Just
in
destroy
any
your
case,
character sheet when your character dies too.
what's that?
You got to destroy your character sheet when your character dies.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Since if we were playing at a convention or an actual live game or something. All right. So we've got our raft built. So what is the thinking here? And we'll probably end it at this. Like we'll go ahead, and once you guys decide, we'll probably. And I'm going to go ahead and Bill, when you run your games, how often do you allow leveling? Bill.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I do it after each session, but
yeah, why don't we do
it's
that?
at DM's discretion.
All right,
you guys
all right.
want to
I
do that
think
right
so. I think why don't we do that? And then why don't we decide where are we going on this raft? What's the
I'm
thing?
voting for the long
I vote
island.
southeast.
Okay. Yuma.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe get an iced tea while we're there.
Island.
You're voting for
Oh,
Rum
okay.
K?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking.
not the
I'm
one that
thinking
was
that majority is going to rule here, because you're kind of. So I've got 1 and 1.
I would like to go to the long possible civilization island and get a better boat.
I'm
Now,
voting.
Small Island had a possible city on it. The Long Island, unknown.
Might.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought the
unknown.
Long Island was the one he was saying had the city on it, and the other one, and the Small Island had the ruins.
No, the large island has the
Other
ruins.
way. Okay, I would like
Rumble,
to go to the island with the city on it.
Okay, so Rum K. I've got 2 for
Supplies.
Rum K, 1 for Yuma.
I'm going to hold up a map,
All right.
and I'm going to point to, say, I believe this is the Long Island.
Okay, so he reveals the treasure map that he found on the body of the dead pirate, or the dead pirate at the end of last session. And I will go ahead and put that real quick in the Discord as he shows it to all of you.
Oh.
He played his final card.
Yeah.
We have an island. We have a map.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, he found it on the corpse of one of your crewmates, actually. Okay, hold on.
Been there.
I was already voting for the Long Island, but this seals it for me.
All right.
If we find anything, how are we getting it home on a
the
raft?
Where's the map? Have you posted it yet, or?
No, not yet. It's about to be in Discord.
If it be tropical,
there you go.
Or
There's
we
some
just gonna
writing
dig
on
it
it
up?
as well. Yeah.
We're gonna dig it up and rebury it somewhere else and make a new map, and then go try and find some way to transport
So when you were at the top of that hill, you were able to see what you think were those 3 rock formations, those distinct rock formations, on the Long Island. But it may have been, it was kind of hard to tell from the distance, but it sure seems that way anyway. All right. So what are our votes looking like? Is everyone? So the NPCs are going to go with Go ahead. Say that again.
NPCs are going to go with the people that resurrected them.
Actually, probably true. Probably true.
I'll change my vote when Mr. Evil shows us the relevant information, and I'll say, "This is why you're the chief zealot."
Slightly more zealotous than others.
Somebody made an interesting point, though. If you find treasure on this island, what are you going to do with it without a ship?
We can always go get a ship. We just need to find it to make sure it's there.
So let me ask you, DM. So my ship, or my dinghy, you said can hold 4 people, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
How many people do we have here? We have the 5 of us plus
8. So you've got a
8 total.
raft. You've got basically a makeshift raft, like a Tom Sawyer looking, or a Huck Finn looking raft, basically.
A dinghy and a.
Not very. Yeah, it's not very seaworthy. Neither of them are very seaworthy, and it's not gonna be easy to traverse even this short distance.
Okay.
That's what
I
I'm
guess
saying.
we'll go to
I'd
Long
kind of
Island.
like to get to a
I'm
ship.
concerned because I'm a landlubber, so I don't think I have the heart of the sea.
Hedwig, that's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. I'm just testing these macros out. If you click the Getting Better button, it does all of those for you. Well, I guess not spirit, but the other things.
Hit point check 29. What the hell does that mean?
That is probably a
6d10.
That's probably a Borg thing.
Yeah, that was 6d10.
What is debris?
I don't know what the HP check thing was, but it's rolling the other stuff, and that's helpful. I don't know what HP gain. I don't know what debris roll and HP check do for Pirate Borg, but
debris roll is a
like most of my
D6.
stuff.
That could just be
It looks like most of
spirit.
my stuff's going up. Now let me see if it automatically made my stuff go up. Doesn't look like it.
No.
I've still got to manually change it, but
that's much faster.
Cool yeah, it is. Yeah.
And then D6 for.
All right, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm getting the consensus that you guys want to go to Yuma. You want to try to get to Yuma, or are you going to try to? Or I know we brought up the ship, but let me know the reason. Go ahead.
I'm saying we go there, we find it, and then we can move it, because if this map exists, there's a good chance other maps exist. And we can move it to another cave, another hole, another whatever, and then make our way over to get a ship, and then maybe we'll have a little coin in our pocket to actually be able to buy a ship, versus
All right, I'm gonna do something here akin to, and this will be the last thing before we do the character advancement, but everybody make either a presence roll or a spirit roll, whichever one is higher. Whichever one you have the better modifier. And this is to see. So you're going to be rolling a d20 and adding your modifier. Yikes, Rotten Johnny. At least it's not something super important. So.
I'm going to use a.
Oh my God, these rolls.
I'm going to use a
Are these
double
d20s?
block.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, I see a good.
Devil's luck.
And that was presence. Misfit, is that spirit or?
Yeah, presence? Spirit rerolls from a crit fail into a 17.
All right, so good one. Okay, presence. A good one. You've heard. You kind of think back, and you've heard that Rumke, which is the smaller of the 2 islands, does indeed have a small settlement, kind of like a mini Tortuga on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing you heard is not only was hold on 1 second. Yeah, you said now you recall it's called Port Nelson, and it's kind of a shanty town. At one point it was under British control, you think, but there's the last thing you heard, there was a small kind of a trading outpost there. So that's what you know. And then with the spirit roll of 17 or 18, you believe that Yuma has had several settlements. Like, you know that the Spanish were there early on. We're talking like maybe 100 years ago, maybe more. There are also numerous, they call them the Mazoan culture. There are numerous ruins from that culture, which predate the Spanish. But the last thing you heard is that the island has fallen to the scourge, meaning that it is overrun with the undead. But you're not, again, that's just a rumor. So take that as you will. So that's Misfit, and so that's what you know about the two islands between, amongst all of you.
I'm saying we go for the treasure so that we can afford a boat. Because I don't think we are in any position to steal a boat. And if there's towns on the island that are dead, we might be able to find a boat there.
Yeah, let me know. But basically, let me know one way or another, because game prep for next time depends on your answer. So.
I mean, I agree. I feel like the big island is gonna be more likely to have some resources for us, but on the other hand, if it is indeed overrun with the undead, that's a significant opposition. However, last point on this, if it's overrun with the undead, there's some possibility we might not even have to find a treasure, that we might simply be able to collect some ash and bring that.
Yeah, which is a valuable. Has everybody seen the? I don't know if it's in the player's version, but let me actually
Never
clip
heard of
this
it.
page.
Ash, never heard of it.
I think
he runs around
everybody
catching
has.
these little critters in balls.
All right, hold on 1 second.
He's got a sword thing for his right hand.
I was thinking my character's got a hankering for Ash.
Yeah,
I made references to
Take a look
different famous Ashes in media.
Ash Williams. Take a look at what I just put in Discord, so that'll give you an idea of exactly what it is. And somebody also posted from Our Flag is Death, which I love that show.
We'll do an Our Flag Means Death campaign next, Steve.
We should. Stede Bonnet should absolutely be a part of it.
Stede Bonnet is the captain. The season 2 comes out in like 2.5 weeks.
I saw that.
Should be good.
In any case, so what's the verdict? What's the verdict going to be as far as where we're going? Why don't we do it? Why don't we just do
a vote?
An old-fashioned vote, or do we want to let? We could let Twitch vote for it if there's anyone still watching.
Hey,
there's a handful of viewers. Anybody want to jump in and?
All right, so here's so 1 for Rum K, 2 for the island of Yuma. And Yuma is the so put 1 in chat for Rum K, and 2 for the island of Yuma. Yuma is the one that is reputedly overrun. Rum K is the one with the settlement, possibly. So if anyone's watching, they can. All right, I got a 2.
And the treasure map puts the overrun one, and that's what David's voting for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My character changed their vote from the civilization over to the overrun thing when we saw the treasure map.
Okay.
Does it
so
count
far, I've
if
only
you're one of the people in chat?
So that was our vote.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have 2 votes and they're both different. All right, guys, what's it gonna be? You guys just decide. I think I'm hearing Yuma, or am I wrong? Oh, we got to go to Tortuga? Okay. We're going to take a raft to Tortuga from here.
I'm still on 100% for Yuma.
All right, I'm gonna go down the list here. All right, so we got David he wants Yuma. What does Keys want to do?
Yuma.
All right, that's 2 for Yuma. Rotten Johnny?
Rum Key.
Okay, 1 for Rum Key. Good one?
Abstain.
Abstain. Oh my God. And Misfit?
Abstain.
Okay,
it's
it
2 to
looks like. Yeah, looks like 2 to 1. Looks like we're going to Yuma.
Yep.
Arizona
right.
it is.
Yeah, Arizona, Yuma, Arizona.
Last train to Yuma.
All right.
Made a wrong
Let
turn
us
at
real
Albuquerque.
quickly do the. I just want to see if we get anything interesting with the leveling up.
My character finally doesn't actually suck.
So
Oh,
did
I still
everybody
need to roll
roll
a
for
thing.
their ability
I have
increases?
not. I have not. Where's this thing that's being rolled for all of the stuff?
If you've inputted your stuff on the character sheet, if you go all the way down to getting better, it'll roll for you.
Oh, I have not. Where is the character sheet? The
it
character
is
sheet
on-
exists, but I haven't
It's
filled
on
my
the
content on it yet.
journal tab. Not yeah, the journal tab.
Yeah.
I guess I can just fill in those stats real quick and then run it. Which is getting better. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm more interested in seeing the features and all of that stuff.
So
but of course,
if we roll higher, then we add 1, right?
Yes.
Equal to or higher. Equal to or
Unless you
higher.
roll a 1.
Unless you roll a 1.
Right.
Which I learned last week.
Yep.
Can I use a devil's luck to re-roll my agility increase roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm gonna do that, and here that is. Are you fuck?
This has been you the entire night. This has been what's happened.
All right. Well, I have one more, so I'm gonna use that.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. So every
Okay,
stack.
It's giving me actual things here. I guess if I just hit the scum birther here, it'll just fill it in. I can adjust it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I need to roll one more time for spirit.
It's not filling it in. Oh, I guess it did fill it in. Derp.
6 for spirit.
What you're clicking on.
Oh, I hit the scum birther twice. Sorry, I didn't think it did anything.
Scum birther, because the characters in Borg are just called scum, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so scum birther's literally a.
Okay, yes. So all of the stats in there are just their raw scores, not their +1,
So
+3s, or negative ones.
Go under journals and then click plus character, and that'll give you a new character sheet. Then open it up, and then you can start filling things in.
Because the scum birther is giving you a pre-generated Borg character.
Yeah, it's making a character outside the app.
Yep.
Oh, so if I just fill it in though, it should be fine, right?
Yeah.
It's just that all the stats are like all the way up to +14. They're like D20 rolls, not the.
Yeah, you want to
rolls.
roll a D6.
So.
And then, are we going to take the debris roll for the ability that we gain?
Also, hold on. Remember that if you roll lower than your stat, like say you've already got a +3, but you roll a 2, you lose a point. So it's not just a 1 that causes you to lose a point.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because that kind of coincides with your character aging, right? Because there'd be a certain point where your abilities would start to decrease.
Hey, I got heal finally.
So is everybody just rolling their powers right now?
We just the debris roll.
So anything below a +1 is automatically brought up unless it's a 1. So that's the one like saving grace you get on.
Right. So it actually gets to a point where once your stats are high enough, it actually kind of hurts to level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm experiencing right now. It's kind of difficult.
My spirit went back up, thankfully.
Yeah, which is a reflection. It's interesting because I think it's a reflection of the character, like going through trauma and maybe even aging or that sort of thing. It's the way I would interpret it anyway. So what did everybody get for ability for their class ability? I'm curious. So you got a heal.
Yep, I can now heal people
No,
for D8.
Are we using the
what do you
debris
do for
roll or
spirit
the
on here?
ability?
Crosstalk, sorry.
Spirit's not on the character sheet.
So you have to roll that one yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I was asking is the debris roll isn't being used. Are we using that as our ability roll?
Yeah, why don't we do that? So debris will be the ability roll. So you just look under your class and remember
Lord.
What you got?
I got Blood Frenzy.
What is it?
Blood Frenzy.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
sounds
+2 to damage rolls for each enemy you've killed so far this battle.
Huh.
Well, we really haven't killed too many, so.
I've killed at least one enemy per battle so far.
Yeah, you're a brute. That's right. Okay.
So you get +1, -1, or even. Is the options for this get improvements?
Yes. So if you roll higher than what it currently is, it goes up by 1. If you roll or equal to or higher, if you roll
equal to or higher,
under or a 1,
it goes down by 1.
So even if you roll a 1 and it's a negative thing, it goes down. That's how my character got utterly hosed last time.
Right.
And that's why we saved some Devil's Luck until this portion of the program.
Yeah, that's like and everybody gets a D6 for hit points, remember too.
Oh. Yeah.
That's included in the getting better roll, the HP gain.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, and you have to roll spirit separately, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not on there. Yeah.
All right, so I ended up with the same ability again, so I'm just.
Hey, spirit went up
Yeah,
finally.
you re-roll that.
Yeah, re-roll it.
Well, I know it says if you take it again, you the DR goes down. So.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of mine say re-roll.
And a D.
I think it depends on your class.
Said it was a D6 for hit points.
It's included in your step log.
It's in what?
It's not. Just roll a D6. Just roll a D6 for your hit points, because what it's rolling for HP is. His
did. D6.
Yeah, his did roll one.
Rotten Johnny did.
Yeah.
Oh, HP gain. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, you got 5.
That's a pretty good roll. You might want to take it.
So some of the options.
Well, I mean, I rolled the 6 separately also, but I'll take the 5. It's cool.
Some of the options, though, if you re-roll and get the same thing twice, it does. Yeah, like for example, if you're a Buccaneer, if you roll 5 twice, it changes the amount that you can heal.
Okay, and there's supposed to be some sort of extra ability attached now.
Yeah, whatever your debris roll is. What kind of what class are you again?
Swashbuckler, right?
Swashbuckler. With a scurvy scalawag.
So roll a D6
subclass.
Yeah, so you got for your debris roll, which is what we're using. That gives you inspiring leader. So once each combat, roll D4. Each of your allies may add or subtract that.
No. It's the other chart.
Oh, the other chart. Oh, he only. That's only okay.
That's only at the beginning. Yeah.
Intimidating presence. Your stature strikes fear in the hearts and minds of your enemies. Enemies close to you suffer -2 morale. That's
pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
The inspiring leader would have been a great one to start with.
That's one that you would start with, though. Yeah. That's like your subclass for Swashbuckler. All right, so what did you get? You got a
Zealots.
Mr. Evil, you got a heal.
Actually, I need to roll a D10, not a D6 for my spell.
Yeah, because you got 10 prayers.
So so I may not have heal. I got 10. I got commune, not heal. Test spirit, DR8. Asketh thy deity a singular yea or nay query. Thy response may be unclear, or thou may receiveth no answer.
Oh, that's kind of shitty. That's like DM's discretion.
Yeah. Well, that fits
or do you actually maybe get a yes or no answer also, or does it always have to be unclear? Or
I mean, it can be whatever I want it to be.
God.
I am the magic 8-ball. So yeah, I will be taking the role of Satan. And so, all right, Misfit, what did you get for your prayer?
I rolled Sanctuary, and I was wondering, DM, are we rolling the Among the Dead Men?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And we'll just say that. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I rolled a 6 for that, and then got a 1 on the rituals. So I found a ritual, but I haven't learned it yet.
Okay, that's under magic, right?
Water breathing.
Oh, cool.
So I have the Call of the Sea. D6 creatures can breathe underwater, swim 40 feet around for D4 plus spirit hours.
That's pretty awesome.
One thing that's not in here, though, is the rules for learning rituals.
Yeah, every dawn roll a d4 plus spirit to see how many times you can cast.
Yeah, it's.
You saw that.
So I was wondering if there, because there isn't explicit rules for it. Can I make a roll, like a spirit roll, to see if I learn the spell, and if I fail, I like go crazy or something?
Yeah, because it seems like there would be.
So I'm going to try and harness the power of these crustaceans, and like take some of their biology and like use it for magic.
Right, so that you have the Call of the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's say. Actually, yeah, roll a. I'll say what'll happen if you fail. Is there will be a mystical mishap.
Awesome.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about it.
I avert catastrophe.
Yeah, some of these are.
Wow. I have like a squishy gland that I harvested from the creatures, like
yeah,
Gordon Freeman style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I use it for my rituals.
Nice. That's gross, but also nice. All right. What did everybody else roll for Amongst the Dead Men?
So I rolled a 4 on the d6, which is some silver.
Some silver, yeah. You
and
find.
I rolled a 20, so I got 20 silver.
Yeah, there you go. Fizzy gets
the same thing.
Also silver. All right.
Nice.
What are we doing?
Wait, what are we?
3d10. Roll a d6. So Fizzy, it's 3d10 silver. So you're gonna roll 3d10. Oh, Johnny.
Ooh.
Johnny, very interesting. Johnny finds a relic.
So does David.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Ancient relics. Okay. Roll me a. There's not that many of them.
There's 20 of them.
Yeah, d20. All right. So roll a d20. Mr. Evil finds a mummified monkey head.
Hey, it's the mummified monkey head.
And then you find a conch shell from the abyss. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna put these in chat. Discord, I guess. All right, so Robin, here's what you find.
Is that one question per corpse? Like the ghetto version of the D&D spell? 5 questions?
Speak with the dead. Yeah, it kind of seems that way, doesn't it?
I can ask 1 question per corpse.
This thing about the monkey's head is kind of.
Yes.
Oh, that's.
So I can ask you one question. Yes.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Mr. Evil, you found a mummified monkey head. Did you see this? You're seeing it from 2 people here.
Yes.
Or must obey a one-word command.
One creature test spirit DR12, or must obey. Wait.
Oh.
Or must obey a one-word command.
Eat.
Dance. Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah. The thing is, these are so open-ended, I guess by design. After using a relic, you test Spirit DR12. If you fail, you are stunned for the next round, and that relic cannot be used until the next day. On a fumble, the relic is permanently destroyed or depleted. And then you lose D2 hit points. The GM decides the effect of a crit, if any. I think on a failure, you should also get a mystical mishap, possibly. Somebody does. It is 9 o'clock, in case that matters. Yeah, we should probably wrap up now.
Yep, that was my 9 o'clock alarm.
Yeah. We have been going for 3 hours now, so.
Okay, well, on that note, it looks like everyone's pretty much updated, and so next Tuesday, we shall continue with Buried in the Bahamas, or, as I like to just say, Adventures of Arrrr.
So you could have, one last note here, on this relics table, you could have literally found a Cthulhu figurine. So the picture here is actually accurate. If you look at it, under the ancient relics, all of them are illustrated. That is really cool. Like there's the monkey's head, there's the Cthulhu figurine.
Yep.
That's badass. Yeah, every single one of them has an illustration.
Tis very cool.
Yeah,
There's the
crystalline
there's the
skulls.
I'm excited to
this
share
first
the
one
whole.
next to the cross.
Yeah.
I'm excited to share the whole book with everybody, but the developers were asking.
Yeah, that's
not to
probably
share the
not
whole video.
kosher. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can understand that they wouldn't want that.
It's a lot easier when you're at a physical library.
Yeah.
And sharing the actual book with people.
Right. It's one of those limitations of the whole online.
Limitations.
But anyway,
of the
thank
online
you.
experience.
Are we still on?
Nope, we're thank you all
never
for
mind.
tuning in, and tune in next Tuesday for more of our shenanigans. Shenanigans, you said it. And on Monday we'll do the RPG roundup, so we'll go over news and other fun stuff. And this weekend, if anybody's going to be in the Kent area or Kirkland area, we have some GMs that are going to be running games through the Vern and Wells Geek Nerd Club. So it is a really cool thing if you're up that direction and looking for a really cool club to be a part of that's very nerdy and geeky. And we will have some GMs running some cool games that weekend. So until next time, the library is now closed.
Thank you all.